Absa, you say yes. Absa Banking Tea, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs be dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here. And they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will send me a bill. Join the Absa family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with Absa. Your story matters.
You are listening to Citi 97.3 FM, the city's finest.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
The power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Victory, victory. The Lord is our victory, is the banner of our victory, which we show everywhere we go, every time of the day. 6:29 on the City Breakfast Show. And we're live here in Accra, bringing you the best morning breakfast you could have on radio through the power of a committed team, bringing you insightful discussion, great music, reflective discourse. Diana Hamilton with a song. It's a victory praise medley. We are more than conquerors. That means the victory has been secured. We just have to triumph in the victory, stand firm in the victory and the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free, and not be entangled again in the yoke of bondage. It's a great clarion call to stand up and be counted. And the history of Ghana is written. 100 years from today, what will be your role? What will be your contribution? Everybody has a measure of responsibility in building our country and our continent and making our world a better place. So we're starting off with Business Sense, brought to you by APSA. There's news review segment, there's business, there's sports, big sports news. We all know España has taken it again after 16 years. And the Messi fairy tale that never was, but really still bows out as a great footballer. So many lessons to learn from that particular tournament, and the reflections on Ghana's own role. Interesting things are happening. We'll be discussing some of them on the show this morning. But going green is not just about saving the planet, it can help you save money. Install solar panels, cut down your power costs, get an EV, reduce what you spend getting around, switch to energy efficient equipment, lower the cost of running your business. And all of this is because APSA helps you finance it with the APSA Green Finance Loan. Gives you what you need to make it happen. Terms and conditions apply. Shine your eye, avoid being scammed. Your story matters, APSA. Getting ready into the news review segment. The newspaper saying this morning it's an interactive platform as well. 053-998-6996, our WhatsApp number. The number again, 053-998-6996. So welcoming the duo Richard Delaskai and Caleb Kuda into the studio for the first newspaper review segment of the week. Gentlemen, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm very cool.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I started watching the match, not supporting anybody, but as the game wore on, my support for Spain increased.
This man.
And eventually I celebrated their victory.
Oh, I see.
Even though initially I was indifferent, I felt like they had played such a great tournament and they did a fantastic job to win the game. And I think all of football must watch the philosophy of Spain. You know, the thing about football is not just about playing. It's a football philosophy.
You see the point I was making here some time ago. Ghanaians are grown.
It's true. Because the way they play, everybody plays that way in their country.
Exactly.
So it's very difficult to beat them.
Are you surprised that they have all the coaches around the world doing fantastic things?
And you know the funny thing? They are the world champions for men, world champions for women. They are European champions at the same time.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. They are dominating them. Like the ball, you not go get some play.
Charlie, you say you will see Jerusalem, but you won't get there.
Charlie, you have the ball some play.
Charlie,
But that is so unfair.
No, it's just, we have to develop our own football philosophy. I mean, congrats to them.
I agree
Great
I
performance
agree
from
with
Spain.
you. Yeah,
Conceding 1 goal in 8 matches.
Charlie, I mean the defense middle of the park attack, Charlie.
Onaya Konocha.
Charlie, if somebody come play from the bench is come and look at what our boy did yesterday. I mean that ball in the true sense.
Williams.
Yes.
Williams.
To be able to keep it in play and bring an attack. Oh, Charlie, Charlie.
It was beautiful.
But I felt proud because of the Ghanaian contribution.
Too much.
You know, because
too much
for Williams to be able to assist in
Charlie,
that manner.
He got some second chance.
Charlie.
Fool around.
No, he won't do Keche.
That's the Ghana star.
Yeah.
Keche.
And he was unlucky to have been ruled out of
for the first goal.
Yeah.
He said somebody step on somebody.
Yeah, so somewhere it's okay.
Anyway, so you know now we are back to normal life.
So now let's face the reality.
You know, some people forgot about war because of World Cup. Now they want to go and start again. They shouldn't start. They should continue the games. You know, in the days of Rome, when the Caesars were unpopular, they used games to keep the people distracted
the gladiators.
from their economic hardships. And so they should give us more games so we'll not remember our problems.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Thank you.
Commander of the Northern Legion Army.
Father
to embedded son.
Husband
to embedded wife.
Yes. And in this life or the next. I tell you. Caleb, let's start with you.
Daily graphic here. MMDA spent 22.4 million Ghana cedis to collect 10.26 million Ghana cedis. Auditor General's report highlights new disturbing trend. And let's preserve democratic values, justice, DF and defendant. This is Minority Leader.
Beautiful.
And the back page of Daily Graphic this morning. Messi's last dance ends in Spanish triumph.
He's a great man. The Ghanaian Times says this morning, presidential term limit saga. The president is talking no third term agenda. President Mahama assuring all of Ghana. Also, the front page this morning, illegal miners ordered to vacate global oil concessions. And the story about DF Annan also makes the front page. Justice Daniel Francis Kwepe Annan at 20, the standard he set for Parliament and the Republic.
First speaker of this Fourth Republic.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Solid man.
Yeah. Daily Guide, don't sign tribunals bill, Bawumia to Mahama, disregard misinformation against Adamos Resources. And on Edubuahin trial, AG admits absence of key evidence. NPP must regain business trust. This is Afoko Oforiatta US ruling pops up, and gold board bags 54 tons in 6 months.
The Chronicle says MPP must rebuild trust of business community. Afoko, the aspiring chairman of the party, on the front page. Also on the front page this morning, Bawumia to JM put the tribunal bill on ice. And something here that says AG admits lacking key evidence in 49.1 million Ghana Cedi Edubuahin trial.
The Herald this morning, Black Stars selection and 2026 World Cup ticket profiteering scandal out. $60 tickets sold between $700 and $800. That story is on the front page of the Herald. High Court clears way for appeal against contempt case linked to $90 million Petraco fraud allegation. And then also Mahama scratches Ken Oforiatta's conscience, says doubt hangs over him, his children and grandchildren.
Let me take you to the news center. Big story, 78.6 million Ghana Cedi rot at NPA in 2025. Comes with a photograph of the chief executive of that institution, Aduji Tamaklo. Auditor General uncovers massive fuel diversions on mark fuel and regulatory failures. Also on the front page Gold boards purchases reach 54 tons mid-year 2026. And government snubs TUC and pass tribunals bail.
Daily Democrat, Tema Oil Refinery receives first local crude of 1 million barrels from Jubilee. That came a bit earlier as here as well. Government urged to save Dowenya Ada Copper Road.
The Informer, third term debate, Mahama disowns power drunk element, says Constitution presents no ambiguity. Also on the front page this morning, Apenyo marking questions NDC's commitment to accountability and come back home to face justice of Oria Tato.
Republic prayers wound to me in deep mess as runs against NPP bosses shake chairmanship bid, and KMA demolishes 500 illegal structures at Asafo interchange in decongestion drive. Stop tribunals bill minority fires warning at Mahama.
The Today newspaper says Mahama snubs 2028 calls focused on final term. Also on the front page this morning, 1,500 inmates enrolled and informal education over past hold on, I think, is that what they are talking about?
Are you confused or confused?
Yeah, I'm sort of, the way they do the thing.
Look for another.
so-
Look, there are many people.
No.
Let me give you the
Yeah,
news.
sometimes the newspaper people should understand it properly.
Have you
So
understood?
they have
what they are
done some hard Ruby to do. So 1,500 inmates enrolled in formal education over past 7 years. Who writes a headline like that?
They
They
are
put
sorry.
the headline here, then they put
they are
the
sorry.
rider somewhere.
I understand you. They are sorry. Daily Gist this morning. Daily Gist, jail TikToker beaten, forced to plead guilty. That's the headline here. Stop the kangaroo courts. Baumia tells Mahama on tribunals. And Syria Regional Hospital contractor overpaid. This is according to Health Minister Kwabena Mensah Kando.
Let me take you to the custodian pause on tribunal bail and listen to Ghanaians. Baumia is talking to President Mahama. The two men are here on the front page consoling each other, it would seem. Also on the front page this morning, Ahiagba joins MPP first vice chair race. He's currently the communications director of the party. And then also, MPP must regain champion of businesses status.
The Insight appeal urges President Mahama to intervene over Sam Jonas River Park Estate saga. NPP's Efija Secretary crisis. Lawyer Barry Masapon calls for honest dialogue. Other stories here as well.
The new publisher says, don't sign. Baumia tells Mahama, tribunal bill resurrects PNDC era ghost. Also on the front page this morning, military job scam. 73 victims lose 1.68 million Ghana cedis. We're told some people have been arrested in connection with that. And then also Nana B contests MPP first vice chair.
The Inquisitor, be very careful. JM warns appointees on Chop Chop. And NPP National Chair agenda wound to me on suicide mission as he disrespects national level decisions. NPA boss trends at GIPCON 2026. The story of Nana B declaring his intention is here. Afoko is also here.
My final newspaper, the Ghanaian Point, says Nana B officially declares bid for MPP National First Vice Chairman position. Also on the front page this morning, Miracles thanks ghetto communities for support after arrest, says Yoko protest was a stand for the rule of law. And I have only one more term to serve. President Mahama is in court.
BNFT is my final paper. It's Cocoa Board rebuilding investor trust ahead of $1 billion US dollar bond. That's a big question here. Middle East crisis test forex resilience as oil import bills soar. And MIF post 1.1 billion Ghana cedi audited profit in 2025, achieves 5.39 billion Ghana cedi royalty receipts in first half of the
Gentlemen,
year.
I'll pick just 3 or 4 stories per site because you've read a lot of them.
Yeah.
The ones you don't have here, if you go to citynewsroom.com, Ghana is going to host the first AU Extraordinary Health Summit this week.
Yes. It's happening tomorrow, today.
The next one is Ghana and Burkina Faso have reopened their egg and tomato trade.
Nice.
Okay.
So I think they will
They will
export.
collect egg from us and then they
Yes.
give us tomato.
Yes,
Okay.
you know that had been cancelled for a while.
Okay.
Now, the Education Minister Haruna Idrisu will unveil a 3 billion Ghana cedi SHS infrastructure plan.
Okay.
3 billion.
SHS infrastructure, but I know they want to end this double track thing with
remember,
more
right?
buildings and that type of thing. And then ECOWAS backs Ghana's AU petition against xenophobia. This is Ablakwa. In fact,
Yes.
the minority wants Ablakwa to brief Parliament on the state of Ghana-South Africa relations and the gentleman who was killed by South Africa. In that particular issue as well, there's a Nigerian newspaper called The Sun, where a very respected Nigerian human rights lawyer, Femi Falana, has called on Ghana and Nigeria to institute legal proceedings against South Africa at the African Court of Human and People's Rights over the xenophobic attacks. He's a very experienced lawyer. I think we have a case to make against SA if we do it in a particular way. If you go to Channel 1 News Online, a couple stories. We're told that prosecution will close the Edu-Buahin case next week. SkyTrain trial, no defense filed yet as that deadline approaches. And then firefighters rescue trapped truck mate after collision at Techiman. And Western region, 700 vehicles seized in siren crackdown. 700 vehicles seized in siren
Find
crackdown.
them.
If you go to my journal, are two forcing to unveil government's new economic strategy in mid-year budget review. That's a big story. Ghana needs stronger courts, not a parallel justice structure. Baumia on tribunals bail. And then this police impounding over 700 vehicles for using unauthorized lamps, sirens in the Western region.
Yes.
Enim brought us that story in the course of the week. There's a story here on the High Street Journal. Will Ghana return to the international capital market? Investors await Atu Forson's budget updates. Meanwhile, beyond ports and fishing, why Ghana must rethink its coastal economy. Very good story there indeed. And then I'll end with graphic accident on N6 highway. This was over the weekend. Police had to redirect traffic through Chebi after truck crashed, blocked the Accra-Kumasi highway. The vehicle overturned and the whole road could not be used. And then in the rest of the world, US strikes Iran in escalating campaign after their troops killed. This is the Bloomberg News. And there's also a UK Prime Minister who has vowed unity after a very quick ascent to the UK Premiership.
Yeah, but is he taking office already? He has to, all right?
Today.
His ascent, they are describing his ascent, and he's calling for unity, or is vowing to unite fractured forces. So where do you want to start?
Let me take off with President Mahama talking about third term. Presidential term limit saga. The details on page 12 of the Chronicle, the Ghanaian Times this morning. Julius Yapetechi and Samuel Attah-Mensah write from Hull that President John Dramani Mahama has reiterated his resolve to respect the presidential term limit provided for under the 4th Republican Constitution of Ghana. Now, the president said he was aware 2 citizens have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of Article 66, 1 and 2, which stipulate that a person elected as president shall hold office for a term of 4 years, beginning from the date on which he is sworn in, and shall not be elected to hold office for more than 2 terms. Now, during citizen engagement at Ho on Friday on his 2-day resetting Ghana tour of the Volta region, President Mahama said his understanding of the provision was unambiguous. There's a quote here that says, "The people of Ghana give me a mandate for 1 additional term, and I remain fully committed to fulfilling the promises I made to them." Although some people have sought an interpretation from the Supreme Court regarding the constitutional provision on presidential tenure, my understanding is that the Constitution is
very clear.
Well, Dr. Baumia has a message to President Mahama. He says, pause. Do not sign the bill yet. Former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has called on President John Dramani Mahama to hold on with assenting to the bill to reintroduce tribunals into the judicial system of the country. The act, he explained, has the potential to reshape the justice delivery system, the confidence in the judiciary, and also the future of the country's democracy. Quote, "This is not a partisan request. The Trades Union Congress, the voice of millions of Ghanaian workers, have called for the bill to be withdrawn altogether, warning that in its current form, it could become a potent tool for weaponizing justice delivery." Those are the words of Ghanaian workers, not of any political party. So he's asking the president to pause, do not sign, let the nation talk.
All right, Sky, what else do you have?
Yeah, I want to take you to the other stories that
Is
are
it Paula
making...
Foko talking, or we do some other issues first?
Yeah, I want to. There's this other story that's on the front page of the news center that is worrying. So I wanted to take you to that before other stories.
Okay.
So the story is talking about some millions, being wasted.
Auditor General's report?
Yes, at the MPA, and it's troubling. So the story is on page 2 of the news center. Lead story, actually. Elvis Darko says the Auditor General has uncovered a staggering 78.6 million Ghana cedi scandal at the National Petroleum Authority (NPA), exposing widespread lapses in the regulation, monitoring, and distribution of petroleum products that have potentially deprived the state of millions in tax revenue, while exposing consumers to the risk of purchasing substandard fuel. Now, the irregularity contained in the performance audit report on the operations of National Petroleum Authority, dated June 24, 2026, centers on the failure of the authority to properly implement the country's fuel marking program, weak enforcement of petroleum transport regulations, poor monitoring of fuel distribution, and questionable payments to a fuel marking contractor. Now, the audit paints a troubling picture of systemic failures in the management of the Ghana's petroleum downstream sector, including the distribution of some 87.3 million liters of unmarked petrol, the diversion of 9.78 million liters of petroleum products without the application of statutory penalties, payment of some $2.69 million for fuel marking services on products that were never distributed, and the continued operation of thousands of unlicensed fuel transport trucks. It's a very troubling story. Somehow, I don't see the reaction of.
So maybe they were quoting from a report.
Yeah, the report.
So,
so maybe the MD should clarify.
The Metropolitan Municipal District Assemblies have spent 22 million Ghana cedis to collect 10 million cedis. Auditor General's report is highlighting new disturbing trend. McLean Kofi writes that the Auditor General's report over the past 5 years showed that revenue collectors' salaries at several metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies exceed the amount of internally generated revenue they mobilized during the period under review. Daily graphics monitoring of the reports over the past 5 years found that MMDA spent 22.4 million Ghana cedis on salaries for revenue collectors between 2021 and 2025, while the officers generated only 10.26 million from property rates, fees, licenses, and other revenue components. The reports on the accounts of district assemblies showed that in many instances, individual revenue collectors earned annual salaries of between 50,000 and 90,000 Ghana cedis, but mobilized only 6,000 to 40,000 Ghana cedis in revenue, exposing significant inefficiencies in revenue collection.
Let me take you to the education sector.
Okay.
Education Ministry to unveil a 3 billion CD SHS infrastructure plan. Julian Odamiasa reports on citynewsroom.com that Haruna Adrisu, Education Minister, is expected to outline details of a $3 billion CD infrastructure program aimed at abolishing the double track system in SHSs when he appears at the Government Accountability Series today, Monday, July 19. The Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwachofosu, announced this in a Facebook post saying the Education Minister will present a mid-year assessment of Ghana's education sector during the engagement. According to Mr. Kwachofosu, the Cabinet-approved infrastructure program will form a key part of Mr. Idrisu's presentation as government seeks to address the infrastructure gaps that have sustained the double-track arrangement in some SHSs. The details will be live on Channel 1 News later today. Maybe Freetown will be part of the schools.
Oh, I'm praying for that. Sorry,
benefit
Bernard, you have to
from
join me so that we'll go and see the president.
Maybe you are already late.
No, they can do something.
Well, because a lot of schools need to be upgraded.
Yes.
We need, like even your school,
You had O'Reilly
O'Reilly school
Senior
needs
School. Yes,
boarding
please.
facilities
Yes.
because you can't have SHS students sleeping in hostels in
Beg.
town. So those are the kinds of things, and a lot of schools in
Those
our
are the schools. Our
No,
school,
but
your
a
school.
lot of
see?
schools in rural communities as well need bungalows for their teachers so they can properly supervise the students.
I agree.
So that 3 billion, all of us are eyes inside.
Yeah, it's very, very important. So, Bernard, we have to go there.
Yeah.
Bernard, let me take you to a story, the Chronicles editorial on page 4 of the paper. It says, assemblies must stop operation of illegal landfill sites. You know, the garbage situation hasn't eased around the national capital and beyond. So somewhere, to conclude, the paper says government cannot continue to declare annual flood preparedness exercises while allowing criminality to undermine every preventive effort. If armed land guards have indeed taken control of public waterways, then security agencies must treat the matter as a national security threat. There should be no safe haven for those who profit from environmental destruction. This paper believes that authorities must immediately clear the illegal landfill sites, arrest and prosecute all individuals involved in its operations, and provide adequate security for environmental officers to perform their lawful
Black
duties.
Stars selection and 2026 World Cup ticket profiteering scandal out. So Herald newspaper says fresh controversy has erupted over Ghana's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup following allegations of ticket profiteering and calls for Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams to conduct an independent investigations into claims of corruption surrounding player selection for the Black Stars. Now, veteran sports journalist Bright Kankambuedu has alleged that tickets intended for Ghanaian supporters during the tournament in the United States were resold at highly inflated prices, depriving many fans of the opportunity to watch the national team. There are claims that those put in charge made between $700,000 and $800,000 in profit from the tickets the President John Dramani Mahama announced will be shared for free to enable Ghana fans to watch the senior national team in the just ended Mundial in Canada, Mexico, and United States.
Talking about scam, Bernard, let me just mention quickly. If you go to page 2 of the new publisher, we are told military job scam. 73 victims lose 1.68 million Ghana cedis.
A woman has been arrested.
Yes,
a former soldier.
and some other. Yeah.
Now, Burkina Faso lifts ban on Ghana egg export. Abigalata reports on Channel 1 News Online that the government of Ghana has secured the removal of restrictions on egg exports to Burkina Faso and the importation of tomatoes from the neighboring country following high-level talks aimed at strengthening trade relations. Now, the breakthrough was reached during a meeting in Burkina Faso on Friday, July 17, led by Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry Elizabeth Ofusue-Jari and Minister of Food and Agriculture Rico Poku. In a joint statement, the two ministers said the outcome of the discussions was a major relief for poultry farmers, egg exporters and tomato importers, assuring the private sector that government remains committed to protecting the interests of Ghanaian businesses. Burkina Faso had earlier restricted the importation of eggs from Ghana, particularly those from Doma, as a precautionary measure of quality concerns linked to some exporting countries. As part of efforts to strengthen the ties, Ghana and Burkina Faso also agreed to establish a joint technical committee to promptly address trade-related challenges and ensure the smooth movement of goods between the two countries. So the two countries have also agreed to work towards bilateral trade agreement aimed at reducing trade barriers, improving market access, and deepening economic cooperation.
Okay, well, let me mention that there are two stories still relevant for this particular space. ECOWAS backs Ghana's anti-xenophobia petition to Africa Union. So page 6 of the Ghanaian point says the Economic Community of West African States Council of Ministers has unanimously endorsed Ghana's petition to the Africa Union against xenophobia and also backed the Accra Next Steps commitments on repatriatory justice. Now, Minister for Foreign Affairs Samuel Attah-Mensah announced the development in a post on his official social media platforms while participating in the ECOWAS Council of Ministers meeting in Sierra Leone ahead of the summit of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. And the other one you find on page 7 of the same newspaper. 24-hour economy secures some $5.5 billion US in agreements. Targets some 1.7 million jobs by 2028. This is according to the Secretariat. If you're interested in the story,
there are two transport-related stories I put together for you, Bernard. The Inquisitor and Herald. Herald is an editorial. So Inquisitor, Keta Port, whole airport projects on course. This is the Transport Minister, Joseph Bukari Nikbe. He's assured residents of the Volta region that government is making steady progress towards the development of the Keta Port and the revitalization of the whole airport as part of efforts to position the region as a major transport and logistics as well as tourism hub. Details are on page 2 of the Inquisitor. Now, if you come to the Herald, the editorial is reminding the minister that he promised us Ghana's national airline is nearing its deadline. So this is time to deliver. The last line says, with only 5 months remaining in this year, it is timely to remind the government of its commitment to launch the new national airline before the end of 2026. Ghanaians have heard promises for decades, but tangible results have yet to materialize.
Two or three cases from the courts, just to give you an update. Prosecution will close its Edu Boahin case this week. So this story says the prosecution is expected to close its case next week in the ongoing 49 million CD trial involving former NSB DG Kwabena Edu Boahin. Then there's also the SkyTrain case. The defense has not yet been filed. We are told the deadline is approaching. And then that was also in a Facebook post by the Deputy AG. And we're also told that the Wontumi matter, there's an appeal for the matter to be sent to the Supreme Court. And there's uncertainty as to whether it will be heard today or not. Because
Well, there's
of some...
a story I read a short while ago. Like, I didn't read it on air, but the suggestion is that his fate will be determined today according to the story.
Okay,
And, we'll be there in
so
court.
there are three cases, but this is the one to me. One is the main one for today. All right, we'll leave it.
Meanwhile, the president is telling Oforiatta that please come back home so that you can see what they have.
Yeah, I think that was during the tour of the Volta region.
We'll do that. You did.
The newspaper review was brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Switch to Fidelity today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch to Fidelity and smile with Fidelity Bank. Call 0800 003 355. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Ajua, challenge these days, new level crown. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I lay aside, Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
So it's 7 o'clock. City Business News. Nete Ajaho is here with the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and it's a brand new week, and you're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Is brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. Coming up, mid-year budget review to test progress of 2026 economic targets. We'll bring you a report on that, and also Ghana secures resumption of egg exports to Burkina Faso, and later, T-bill auction oversubscribed by 73% for third consecutive week. Let's settle for the details now. As Finance Minister Dr. Kasiel Attah-Mensah prepares to present the 2026 media budget review to Parliament this week, the question is whether the economy remains on course to meet the ambitious macroeconomic targets set out in the 2026 budget. The 357 billion Ghana cedi budget presented last November was to move the country from crisis management to economic expansion, with government prioritizing infrastructure investments and social spending after restoring macroeconomic stability in 2025. Here is more.
6 months into the fiscal year, the economy appears broadly on track. Inflation has declined sharply to 5.3%, comfortably below government's target range of 8 plus or minus 2%. The 2026 budget targets real GDP growth of at least 4.8%, non-oil growth of 4.9%, a budget deficit of 2% of GDP, and a primary fiscal surplus of 1.5%, while maintaining international reserves equivalent to at least 3 months of import cover. Most of these targets have been outperformed despite recent upward pressures. Ghana's transition from an IMF-supported program to the policy coordination instrument is expected to reinforce policy credibility, with fiscal discipline and structural reforms remaining key to sustaining investor confidence. But is the economy performing in line with expectations, and what policy signals should businesses and investors watch for in the second half of the year? Finance analyst Nelson Kuju-Kwabeji has some answers.
We expect the economy to remain relatively stable. Again, as a result of the coordinated effort between the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana, we expect, the economy to grow relatively higher than what has been projected in the budget. And so our expectation is that all these variables will factor into the performance of the economy, most especially the financial sector.
However, maintaining these gains will require continued expenditure discipline and enhanced domestic revenue mobilization. Therefore, what are the risks?
These exogenous factors, we don't have control over them. To the extent that the war continues unabated, we expect pump prices to increase. However, I think the tension in the Middle East is easing gradually, and we expect that to reflect at the pump. Again, I think the Bank of Ghana has accumulated a lot of reserve that can support the stability of the Ghana cedi.
The mid-year budget review will also focus on whether the finance minister revises key macroeconomic projections, announces adjustments to expenditure allocations, or provides updates on flagship programs. There are strong indications that no new taxes will be introduced. Thursday's presentation provides the clearest assessment yet of Ghana's economic performance in 2026 and whether the country remains on course to meet its fiscal, inflation, and growth targets of the year.
That news desk report was filed by my colleague Ni Lati. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana will today begin its 131st meetings of its Monetary Policy Committee, with investors and businesses closely watching for signals on the central bank's next policy decision amid improving macroeconomic conditions. The meetings mark the start of the central bank's latest assessment of domestic and global economic developments, including inflation, exchange rate movements, economic growth, and other key macroeconomic indicators. It also comes at a critical time, just days before Finance Minister presents the 2026 Media Budget Review to Parliament. The Monetary Policy Committee is expected to deliberate on prevailing economic conditions before announcing its policy decision at the end of the meetings. Now, small and medium-sized enterprises continue to bear some of the highest borrowing costs in Ghana's banking sector, despite increased competition among lenders. That's according to the latest Bank of Ghana lending data. Here's more.
According to the Central Bank's May 2026 annualized percentage rate report, SME loans attracted some of the highest interest rates charges across the banking industry, with one-year facilities reaching as high as 33.58%. The findings reinforce long-standing concerns over the cost of financing for businesses that are widely regarded as the backbone of Ghana's economy. Guarantee Trust Bank Ghana recorded the highest annualized percentage rate for one-year SME loans at 33.58%, while Standard Chartered Bank Ghana offered the lowest rate of 11.03%. For the three-year facilities, Universal Merchant Bank topped the list with 31.09% compared with 13.34% at Stanbic Bank Ghana. Agricultural Development Bank charged the highest 5-year SME annualized percentage rate of 25.07%, while EcoBank Ghana recorded the lowest at 13.97%. The report also showed that many corporate borrowers continued to enjoy substantially cheaper financing. One-year corporate loan annualized percentage rates started from 7.62% at Absa Bank Ghana, while three-year corporate facilities were available from 9.78%. Overall, the average annualized percentage rate across all lending categories stood at 17.64%, with the Ghana reference rate remaining unchanged at 10.03%.
Emmanuel Opon with our business desk report. For the third consecutive week, investor appetite for T-bills remained strong on the primary market, with the latest auction attracting 12.7 billion Ghana cedis in bids, significantly exceeding the government's fundraising target. According to results released by the Bank of Ghana, investors submitted 12.7 billion Ghana cedis in bids across all the T-bill tenors against a target of 7.36 billion Ghana cedis. The auction recorded an oversubscription of 72.5%, highlighting sustained demand for short-term government securities. The Treasury accepted 9.98 billion Ghana cedis of the bids received, raising 2.62 billion above its target as it continued to capitalize on strong investor demand. Looking ahead, the government plans to raise 9.49 billion in the next auction as it seeks to meet its short-term financing requirements. Now, the National Petroleum Authority says regulatory inspections are not intended to harass downstream petroleum operators, but to protect investors from reputational damage, operational risk, and potential capital losses. CEO of the authority, Godwin Edugitamaklo, says effective regulation is essential to providing policy certainty, protecting investments, and maintaining confidence in the sector.
Whatever we do as regulators is to protect your investment. If MPA staffs come to do inspection at your service or your station, don't take it as a form of punishment or harassment. It is for your own good, because God forbid, if there's an issue at your station, it comes with reputational risk. It comes with loss of capital and investment. And so you need to cooperate with us to make sure that we get your business protected by way of regulation. We will not come out with anything obnoxious. We would ensure that we protect your business and protect the consumer as well. And like we always say, what is cheap can be very expensive.
Godwin Edugitamaklo is the CEO of the National Petroleum Authority. Now, the government has secured the lifting of restrictions on egg exports to Burkina Faso and importation of tomatoes following higher-level talks aimed at strengthening bilateral trade between the two countries. The restrictions, which affected egg exports from Ghana, particularly those originating from Doma, had been imposed over quality concerns. Both countries have agreed to establish a joint technical committee to address future trade issues and are working towards a bilateral trade agreement to reduce trade barriers. The agreement is also expected to benefit poultry farmers, poultry producers, egg exporters, and tomato traders. Ghana exports to Burkina Faso rose from $573 million in 2024 to $637 in 2025, highlighting the importance of the trade corridor to regional commerce. Now, on the interbank market this morning, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 54 pesos, the British pound at 15 cedis 54 pesos, and the euro at 13 cedis 19 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Gold Good Net Energy. Have a good business day.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Enterprise Blue FM.
Enterprise Blue FM, the bus.
It's DJ E on Enterprise Blue FM. Guys, after the heavy rains this week, we are looking for the calmest person in Ghana. Who's the most chill person you know right now? Let's go.
DJ, it has to be Mansa. Look, the flood entered her house and completely submerged her car. Next thing I see on her WhatsApp status, she's smiling and sipping tea on her balcony. Like me, I'll be crying, but she's totally relaxed. DJ, it's true. Mansa's home and car are destroyed, but this girl is not stressing at all. She just tells us everything is under control. Hey, Mansa, how?
Wow, Mansa, we need your secret too.
They say Entoa, but when unexpected floods strike, we've got you covered. At Enterprise Insurance, with over 100 years of experience, we say whether it's home, motor, travel, or insurance for your business, Entoa, if it happens, chill.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Ufie betumi adani baby a upebia. Ebetumi adani stadium.
What a strike!
Anafa kwa yebu TV any computer game wo. Aha! Yenko atoda ebetumi adani classroom.
Madam me pacho menti ase.
Yo, yen samfa subio. Ni ewo he na wonti ase no.
Nini na.
Ebetumi adani office.
Aha, orders no ahina ye ready. Okay, mundi kan fanko East Legon.
Ebetumi po eswa ye fa ko a ye nhwehwemu wo.
Daddy, ene big bang theory.
Chain, mami bisa chat GPT.
Ubetumi amwo ufie adani baby a opese eyibia. Efise emfa ho ni ne opese oye wo ufie. MTN fiber betumi aboa amwo ye. Ya 500 Mbps unlimited internet. Ani bo no form. A free 299 Ghana cedis echo. For MTN fiber bra ufie ana wadwuma mu ede. Call my MTN app no so. Ana sebo *5057#. But check your fiber availability no so. Ana say number e wo je no. Na receive fiber broadband e baby a otino a na tobi ene ya.
MTN.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sixteen after 7. Natalie Nete just gone by with the breakfast edition of the City Business News. EcoBank, MTN.
Come make a be your bike. Working from 9 to 5. You go like my hand design. I'm scanning the whole area. You're cold, I want to know.
Proud to be associated with the bulletin. You know how money really moves in Ghana, right? And not just payday, but every single day. And EcoBank knows this. Connecting you to the people who matter most is what we do. We provide one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. Pay bills, transfer funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Download simply the EcoBank mobile app or dial *770# or use the EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. Attention, online drivers and pre-gear operators. Don't just complete trips and rewards along the way. With Momo Merchant, passengers can pay you by scanning your GHQR on the Momo app or by using your merchant ID Every eligible transaction brings you closer to exciting rewards. Visit any MTN branch nationwide with your Ghana card to register for Momo Merchant account and enjoy added convenience and security for your business funds. It's a campaign in partnership with GHQR, powered by Gibbs. Terms and conditions apply. Now, the recent floods have left many families counting their losses, damaged homes, flooded vehicles, and disrupted businesses. But for Mansa, while the damage was real, there was one less thing to worry about. She had a right to insurance cover with Enterprise Insurance. They say Antuada, but Enterprise Insurance says Etuada. If it happens, chill, because we've got you covered. Don't wait for the unexpected to catch you off guard. Secure your home, car, travel, and business today with our innovative insurance solutions. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage. We'll bring you kickoff very shortly, brought to you by Lesheho and Edwin Kwao Kofi here to tell us about the winners of the grand finale of the World Cup. Before then, Valex Lease Equip Limited is Ghana's leading photocopier leasing company. They help you lease multifunctional photocopiers which you can pay as you copy and print or design your own payment plan. There are A4, A3 heavy-duty MFP with sorter stapler finisher and production machines with sorter stapler finishers. You will enjoy free toners, cartridges, repairs, free maintenance, follow me printing, and centralized monitoring of all staff and nationwide coverage. So don't spend too much, buying photocopiers. Just come lease, save over 60% on cost. ValexLease.com is where to visit. Call us 0244 644 048. We are wholly owned Ghanaian company. We offer affordable document management solutions. Edwin is here, ready with kickoff. Brought to you by Lesheho. If you're ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom, the Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With Lesheho's Fixed Deposit Solution, you're making your money work for you. So join the investment revolution with our Fixed Deposit Solution. Take charge of your financial future. Call us now, 0302 208 333. Lesheho, let's improve life. And the weekend saw the finest of the finest. Edwin Kwakovi is here to tell us all we need to know. Charlie, now people can sleep, right?
Yeah, now we can sleep. We've been staying awake to watch the World Cup and finally it's over.
Yeah, and the final promised, it lived up to its promise, did it not?
Eventually it did. I think people over the last 104 matches had got used to some good football, lots of goals. This match did not produce goals, but it produced a lot of talk-worthy moments. Yes, so it did live up to the expectations that we had going into it, particularly because we got to see some really good football from some of the best players in the world. Even Lionel Messi, who a lot of people thought was past it, he's shown some of his best football in this tournament. He might not have been at his best in the final, but he showed glimpses of it. Unfortunately, Spain were just better on the day.
But there were more goals on Saturday.
Yes, and I think
so many goals.
It was probably definitely the most exciting game of the tournament. A 10-goal thriller. And it looked like it was going to end one way when England took a 4-0 lead in the first half, because
first half
4-0 against France. I can't remember the last time I saw France concede as many goals. And it's fine. They made a number of changes to their squad because it was the third and fourth place match. But even that squad was good enough to be anyone else's first team. So to see them capitulate in that first half against England was pretty surprising. The second half comeback was even more surprising because I thought it would just continue the way it had gone. But some good changes from Didier Deschamps, who has led France for quite a while now. It was his final game in charge of the French national team. and he didn't want to go out with a whimper. So he made some good changes, which enabled France to get back into it. We saw Kylian Mbappe, who was chasing a lot of records on the pitch and actually gets those records. So, but England managed to get through it. Hat-trick for Bukayo Saka, goal for Jude Bellingham as well.
Celebrated
one of the best players in the tournament this year, and it was such a delight to watch from start to finish.
Amazing stuff. Let's double down on the finals now. Some stats and then the awards. Those who are walking home with what? The halftime show and all of that.
Yes, look, I think a lot of people might have been misled by the third and fourth place match, thinking that because there were a lot of goals in that one, we'd see a lot of excitement in the final. But that's not really the case. Third and fourth place match it's a dead rubber. Fine, you get a bronze medal at the end of the day, but it's a chance for the teams to just let loose and play attacking football.
Was that why France, it feels like France wanted the final so much that in getting to play for the third place, then they didn't perhaps put in so much?
That was definitely one reason, because to be considered as such strong favorites in the tournament and then to go out in the way they did against Spain without offering too much would have hurt a lot more than maybe England losing to the defending champions. So they might have been a little demoralized going into that third and fourth place match. But finals are not like that. Yes, you make a mistake, you potentially lose the trophy you've been working up to the whole tournament.
So it's more tactical,
it's more tactical,
defensive.
and more tactical on the part of Argentina, who let's just say they played a very defensive game. They made what's his name, Carlos Queiroz, proud with their defensive performance in that game in the final. But Spain totally dominated. They were the better side clearly from start to finish. That first half was so dominant that it was a surprise they weren't able to get a goal in that first half. They had 65% possession in total throughout the game. They had 20 shots on goal. 11 of them were on target.
20 shots
on goal. 11 of them were on target. They had almost double the number of passes that Argentina had in the game. They had over 800. Argentina had about 400. Argentina's goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, was forced to make 11 saves. The most a goalkeeper has had to make in the final.
Wow, in the final.
In the World Cup final. Wow. So it was a completely dominant possession game by Spain. And eventually it's paid off in extra time. Actually, Argentina didn't offer much of a threat. In fact, throughout the 90 minutes and for much of extra time, they hadn't had a shot
at all.
Their first shot came in the 117th minute from Lionel Messi.
Wow.
117th minutes.
117th?
That was when they got their first shots in the game.
This might likely be his very last.
It looks like
Argentina.
It. Yes, there were even doubts that he would make it to this World Cup. Because he'd already won the World Cup. He had nothing to play for, but he gave it one last go, and what a goal it was. Yes, he got 8 goals, 4 assists.
Wow.
A brilliant tournament. Some say he might have deserved the best player award for the tournament. We'll get to that later, but at the end of the game he was seen crying. Emotional scenes. I'm sure it's also because they lost the final, but more because this might be his last match with the national team.
That's interesting. Let's go through the awards then. Who won what?
Young Player of the Year, Pau Kubasi. Yes, a young Spanish defender who has been magnificent in the tournament. Barcelona, very young, so there's a lot more years for him to go. Then we have the goalkeeper of the tournament, unsurprisingly going to Unai Simon, also of Spain. He kept 7 clean sheets in 8 matches.
Wow.
Conceding only 1 goal throughout the entire tournament.
But did they recognize that Benjamin Assar is the only goalkeeper who didn't concede any goal from the English team? You say Benjamin Assar was back home.
We need to create a special award for him.
I think that we the Ghanaians
of course we can do it. Over the weekend he was seeing his teammates Christopher Babons, who was seen celebrating his chains. We need to add to his chains. He seems to like it.
Okay,
so we move on to the the Best Player award, which went to Rodri, the captain of Spain. Another fantastic performance. Some might argue Messi, if he had won it, would have taken that award. But then you say that, does the player who was the best in the tournament need to win the final prize to deserve the final the Best Player award? Is that how it works? But Rodri won it. He also had a very good tournament. But Mbappe was not on the pitch
at all,
but he picked up an award, the Golden Boot for the top scorer of the tournament, on 10 goals.
So he scored the most goals.
He scored the most goals in the tournament, and he's actually scored the most goals in World Cup history as well. Yes, surpassing Messi.
And he has a long way ahead of him.
He has a lot more tournaments ahead of him. Yeah, he's relatively young. He's 28, so there are a few more World Cups ahead of him.
Nice one. Good for the young chap.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's it for the awards, right?
Yes, that's it for the awards. And for the first time in World Cup history, we saw a halftime show.
Yes.
A halftime show. We've not seen that before. And a lot of the football purists were not happy with it. But we saw a number of stars perform, including Shakira, Burna Boy, who performed the official World Cup song. We saw BTS, the South Korean.
I Show Speed, who wore his Ghana wristband somewhere.
That was at the start of the before the match kicked off, the closing ceremony. And the final, we also saw Justin Bieber, saw a number of very good
What's the biggest takeaway and assessment of the whole tournament in the whole?
A lot of people are apprehensive, especially in the early stages, with the security and all the immigration issues. But I think overall, it's been a very good footballing tournament on the pitch. We've seen a number of the underdogs come to the party. A lot of respect for
Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde. A lot of respect for DR Congo. A lot of respect for a number of teams who came up. And I think that will be the lasting legacy of this tournament. That the 48 teams, they all came to show something, and some of the minnows who we wouldn't have seen in a smaller tournament would not have shown exactly what they are made of.
Nice one. That was kickoff. Thank you, Edwin.
Innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, let's go, mama, let's go, we improve your life.
The contract is here, but my pocket flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing from my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 669346. DCI Microfinance. Miles beyond the extra.
Okay, my hungry boy. What are we trying today? Looks like we've got a pack of Cerelac rice.
He's licking his lips.
Nestle Cerelac offers delicious new flavors. Just one serving helps your little one to discover the world of taste and texture. Find Nestle Cerelac in wheat, rice, fruits, and maize for your baby's taste adventures that help them grow. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Careful, Charlie. Turn out small, make it pass the door. Yes, like that.
Yo, my guy, what happened?
Hey, you get new TV. Charlie, major upgrade for the tournament season. Oh, this your TV there. The only way I go watch matches for your house. Oh. How much you buy them? I don't buy them. I win them from the Samsung One Big Promo. Hey, you make serious? How? Simple. I buy my Samsung Galaxy phone from an authorized dealer. Where I visit www.samsung.cxtghana.com. Where I enter my details to enter the draw. Then boom, I win this 85-inch Samsung TV. Charlie, where more prices to do? Galaxy phones, tablets, watches, fridges, washing machines, and more every week. Then I go buy Samsung with that.
This promo is on from now till July 3rd. Buy a Samsung Galaxy device and stand a chance to win exciting Samsung prizes every week. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Carters Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Your future starts here at Lexus University College, a place where knowledge meets innovation and dreams become reality. Guided by integrity, excellence, inclusivity, and innovation, we prepare students to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Explore our accredited programs: nursing and midwifery, accounting and IT, banking and finance, marketing, human resource management, ICT, computer science, cybersecurity, applied insurance risk, and data analytics. Admissions are open now. Visit our campus at Tema, Comte 25, Peasby Junction, or apply online at www.delexusuniversity.edu.gh. Call us on 055 1198 100 or 055 1126 448. Lexus University College. Be knowledgeable and innovative in science and technology.
We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is for all. We are not just a bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
Madam, give me fufu elisu, please. Do you have beef?
Yes, please.
Give me. Do you have salmon?
Yes.
Give me. Do you have tilapia?
We have.
When your money starts to work for you, there will be signs. Invest with EDC today.
How many?
Just keep going until I say stop.
Find out about EDC's investment products and start today. Financial independence is possible with EDC. For further assistance, call 0326 34165.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yes, you are extraordinary woman. You are the one who brings me joy, to cast my every lingering doubt that you are extraordinary woman. Your love is healing when I need it, that good, good feeling with a meaning. You do all you do.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
City 97.3. Accra.
When I first saw you in the crowd, sweet emotions swept right through my soul. Yes, you are extraordinary woman. You are the light when all goes dark. To love you is my only goal. Yes, you are extraordinary woman.
7:39 City Breakfast Show. It's Monday, the 20th of July 2026. Birthday greetings coming through with a number of requests. Belated birthday to Dr. Nana Owusu-Ensor, Municipal Health Director, Kwapim North, and CEO of the Platinum Bay Hotel, Abokobi. Oh man, may the good Lord continue to bless you with wisdom, good health, and long life. From Samens or Mani and all of us here at Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, Dr. Nana Owusu-Ensor. He's a solid man. Yeah, he's the main man at Platinum Bay.
Oh, my man.
And he's the health director for Equapim North
International.
Yeah, he's a solid man. We wish him all the best. Happy 70th birthday to Felicia Efua in Tow. Today we celebrate not just 70 years of life, but also the incredible woman you are. Soldier woman, as we lovingly call you. Your strength, sacrifice, kindness, and all the prayers have shaped our lives in countless ways. We are especially grateful for planting the love of God in our hearts and raising us to know Him. As we celebrate your special milestone today, we pray that the Lord will bless you with good health, joy, peace, and many more. Happy 70th month with love from your children, Derek, Stephen, and Yvonne. To Auntie Felicia Efua in Tow. You are 70 years old today. Also wishing Alice Doku of Insurance Management Services a happy birthday. We wish her good health, long life, and great wealth. She should have an amazing day from Ofebia, Ghana Insurance Industry Cooperative Credit Union. And to Mrs. Ann Owusu-Bempa, aka Odinihua the First, a manager at Multi Credit Savings and Loan Kantamanto branch. From your darling husband, D-Cop Mr. Joseph Owusu-Bempa, Odinihu 1, who is the Eastern Regional Police Commander. This is interesting. So the man is Odinihu 1, his wife is Odinihu 1 the First.
Your sweetness brings me happiness, like the rain to a thirsty earth. Today, we are meant to be together.
Experience hassle-free banking with the all-new CBG mobile app. It has been designed for convenience, anywhere, anytime. Download the new CBG mobile app on the Google Play Store, the App Store, and experience the ease of managing your finances on a secure, smart, and user-friendly digital platform. Receive real-time alerts to stay informed about your account activity. Join the digital revolution and elevate your banking experience with the new CBG mobile app. You may call 0302-216-000 or email talk-to-us@cbg.com.gh. CBG, we stand with you. Don't forget that the Sapient and Vision is organizing the Global Risk Summit for Africa on the 29th and 30th of July at the Crown Forest Hotel. It's the 9th edition, and it features it focuses on global risks, local impacts, building strong systems and institutions for a resilient future. To register, you can call 0502-427-609 or go to risksummitafrica.com. This event is organized by Sapient Envision, a proud subsidiary of Innovari, and this is for board, risk committee members, excos, CEOs, managers, risk professionals, and others. Shine your eye when someone calls you claiming to be from a bank. Fraudsters these days sound very professional, confident, and convincing. They can ask you to confirm your account details. They help you resolve a supposed problem. Oh, be lie. No bank will ever ask for your PIN, password, or OTP over the phone, email, or elsewhere. If a caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately. Contact your bank using your bank's official phone number. Spot the fraud. Stop the fraud. And Pambros Salt Industries is introducing the Pambros refined iodized salt, available in 250g and 500g sachets. Just a pinch of Pambros iodized salt brings out the taste of your food. Call 0266823589. You can get us in major supermarkets and all markets and local provision shops. Just ask for Pambros salt. This advert is FDA approved.
And 7-Eleven Baseline Boats and Nuts has premium boats, nuts, washers, anchor boats, start boats, U-boats, and more, all manufactured right here in Ghana. So for those in construction, mining, manufacturing, or oil and gas, you can count on faster delivery, shorter lead times, and a dependable supply of high-quality boats and nuts, proudly manufactured right here in Ghana. They also provide advanced coating and surface treatment. So call them 0557 126 501 or 0544-967-3077. 11 Baseline Boats and Nuts made in Ghana. Now, one for you, one for me is feeding time. Yamvita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy and rich with 16 essential vitamins and minerals. You only need to add previously boiled water. 3 exciting variants: wheat, rice, maize, for an amazing price of 5 cedis 50 pesos. This is real value for money, affordable and nutritious, as well as convenient. Yamvita, good nutrition for a strong start. Let's talk about dreams and having homes. Welcome to Heritage Christian University, where your dream will be housed. Located in Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, Heritage provides you value-driven education that prepares you for the world of work. Students are challenged to turn ideas into businesses, so admission is in progress for a wide range of undergraduate and graduate programs. Call us 0547 777 731. hcu.edu.gh is where to visit. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. So imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is providing you every single day. We have expert electrical engineering service, cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids. We keep your world powered and protected. Now, data center cloud services also ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, strong disaster recovery, so your business never misses a beat. We also deliver custom applications, ERP systems, AI-powered solutions designed to boost productivity and drive growth. So download the LEP Power app from the Play or App Store. Access the web version as well. Call us 0256 111 811. Leftsignature.com is where to find us. /CB North Celebrity Estate is our office. Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
All right, so we'll give you a few more birthday requests, and then Sky, did you know that in the past 5 years, Spain has won 16 world titles? We're talking under 19, under 20, women, Olympic gold. So a lot of football success. But before we do that, let me tell you about some more birthdays. Today I celebrate you, mom and friend, Madam Comfort Anani, alias Abena Furiwa of Insuta Binma in Ashanti. She was 77 years old yesterday, and this from the entire family. Abraham Lincoln of ECG Koforidia Regional Office, wishing her many more joyous years of blessing. You've been a sweet mother to all 7 of us, and many more. We love and wish you the sweetest 77th anniversary coming in from Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that's what we want to do here.
Yes, happy birthday to my special daughter Geraldine Na Ajele Ajay Kodia. We are so proud of the wonderful young girl you are becoming at He Reigns International School. May God bless you with wisdom, good health, happiness, and success in all you do. Keep shining and making us proud. We love you so much. Happy birthday, Daddy's Eyes.
There's another one here to David Selikem Leonard II, aka Papa. He turned 4 today. Thanking God for the precious gift David is, and wishing him many great decades of God's goodness. From Mom, Mamiya, Dad, David, Brother Selassie, and Sister Sichope. Happy birthday, my dearest Rama. You are a special blessing God has given to our family. Thank you for your unconditional love and wavering strength, gentle kindness, and for making our house a home. Every day you make our lives brighter by being you. From your husband, Saram, your children, Elike, Mesinam, and Enam. We love you endlessly. Happy birthday, our queen. Happy birthday to Mrs. Vivian Brewer Ameya of PCG Calvary Congregation Hacho, from your sweet husband, Mr. Amenya, the children, Aclaire Solo Manino Sika. We ask God to bless you. Happy birthday to my buddy, Bernard Kwashi of CCTH. May God keep you and give you strength each passing day. This is from Akofa, and he says you are an IT and biomedical engineer, Bakope. Happy birthday to Mami Efua Nakwa Kwanza. Much love, good success, and grace this new age. Live the higher life from Jabs. God grant you blessings. Well, Sky, somebody wants me to tell you that the agro thing you are saying is not a football philosophy.
This is the
is it agro?
Tell them to relax.
No, you know,
there's a way, Bernard. I mean, generally.
The agro is not a style. It's just a teasing game played when the team is way ahead in scoreline and can afford to juggle the ball around to make fun of the opponent.
Well, what I know is that we play a certain style of football, and I understand it to be agro. So the person may have, it's a slang in any event, so he may have his own understanding as to what it is, but it's fair. The point is that the Starlets,
that agro, where is it? Has it taken us?
Oh no, but you saw what the Starlets did. You saw what do you call it? When we went to Edu Skelly. No, seriously. I mean, no, we met Spain. I think it was Spain that eventually
2001.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that style of football, at least we went to the final. We nearly won. You understand?
But our most successful football team was the South Africa 2010 World Cup quarter final.
Even that.
And that was one goal project.
No, but
that was not.
But the quality of the distribution of the ball. You saw us on the ball. In fact, even in Germany, what we did, there's a certain way when Ghana is playing, you can feel.
You know the difficulty.
Talk to me.
We also we don't even know what our football philosophy is. Me, I don't know. You are also saying something. Caleb also saying something.
This guy.
Maybe that's where the problem is. We don't even have a proper football.
Coach Sam Addy. Was it Sam Addy?
We call it total. That was
total football, right?
But they've not done that since he died.
That's the point.
He called it the total system.
The total system, or whatever.
Yeah, his system was basically all players play all positions.
Exactly.
But that was since 1998.
So why didn't we reduce it to a philosophy that works throughout our tournaments?
Sky,
it can be done, can it not?
It's out for football. There's a lot to say about it. But for me, why I sit, I feel like the biggest problem is the administration of football is not interested in what you are saying. I don't think they're interested in a football philosophy.
That's the problem.
They're interested in something else.
But philosophy, there's a reason why the Greeks, studied philosophy, the Romans studied philosophy, the Spaniards did. I mean, ancient, Egypt, they studied philosophy, right? In order to be great, you must understand how things you work in the true sense of the word. So if you have a philosophy, it gives you a certain
system of thinking around
exactly.
The football. But so what is our football philosophy?
That's what I said. Agro.
Okay, wait. No, who determines the football philosophy of a country?
I think leadership must do that. They must bring all the elements together.
Which aspect of it? Is it the FA? Is it the coaches? You see, the thing is that in Ghana, if you don't hold position, you are not given the right to influence thought the way you should. So, Krajov, the guy who brought the philosophy of Barca,
or whatever it is.
He was the head coach of the team. So the administrators or whoever is in charge of Barca allowed him to implement his philosophy. Okay. In our case, we bring coaches to give us tournament success for a short period of time. We don't, because a philosophy must be something you run through academy, basic, under 10, under 12, under 14, under 17. So this is the La Fuente guy. He coached a few club teams. He's been in the Spanish junior system for many years.
Yeah.
So he knows a lot of these players as under 17s, he knows them as under 19s, under 20s. So when you talk about philosophy, the way they are trained at La Masia in Barca or in wherever they are trained, throughout their junior system, you can see it in the way they play in the national team. Now, who in Ghana is in charge of our junior teams? How does what you do relate to what our senior team does? How does what they do relate to what our club teams play? The philosophy in Ghana football is, let's sell players to Europe and make money. So our football philosophy is basically get a talented player, do his papers for him, let scouts notice him, send him to Spain, send him to Italy, or send him to Kosovo or wherever. So the idea of football development, the idea that there must be a way we play, the idea that every child who plays the game by age 16 should, for example, have a certain technique, understand his relationship with the ball, the kind of stuff that these Spanish coaches talk about. I'm not even sure. I think we should talk about just basic proper management. Have proper pitches. All right,
there should be a philosophy that should drive that,
bro. You solve the simple thing before even getting to the philosophy. Even if you go to park, there are no parks to even play proper football. Godfrey was telling you that when you drive from Dansoman to Labad, you get less than 4 proper football pitches. How do you develop a football philosophy around such a thing? We have not even started our journey. I'm telling you, this thing that Spain is doing, that we are, look, the people have won. Let me just give some of the things they've won. All right. First nation to be men and women World Cup winners at the same time. Their women beat England in 2023 in Sydney. Their men are now world champions. The men won the Nations League in 2023. They won gold at 2024 Olympics. Women won the Nations League 24-25. In fact, under 17 women, they won the World Cup in 2022. They are European champions 2024. Under 19 women, they are European champions since 2022. They won 23, 24, 25, 26. Under 20 women are the World Cup holders 2022. Men, under 19 European champions this year. Under 23 Olympic gold, last Olympic Games. This current team is the European champion, world champion, Nations League champion. De La Fuente was appointed in December 2022. So this is after they were beaten by Morocco in the previous World Cup. He delivered the Nations League, European champions on the World Cup. Morocco knocked them out. Morocco themselves have done very well for themselves. All right. They are building stadiums everywhere. You know, somebody said, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you don't have a proper idea about even grassroots football, you don't have a proper idea about talent development, you don't have a proper idea about meritocracy, you just want short success. So let's bring a coach to do one goal project.
On philosophy.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Football philosophy.
Yes. You see, Bernard, it might seem very, like, I don't know how to put it, but the point is that if you don't design a framework and aspire that, okay, this is how we want to do things, then you now look for the components that are available in order to take you to where you want to reach, you're not going to make progress. Is it the case that we have abundant talent in Ghana? Yes. Plenty. The question is, how do we bring them together? You talk about meritocracy. The philosophy would identify that and say, look, before you make it into the Black Star, it's not because you belong to a certain, interest group, but it is because you can occupy a meaningful position and you deliver on the basis of what you know and what you can offer to the team. Not because you know somebody, you know that person, and therefore they put you over and above, other people who are more competent to deliver your position.
So we need a football philosophy.
No, I'm sure that there's a document somewhere, because I remember that there was a time that either you or someone interviewed, a giant in the space, and he spoke about the work that they did together with, I think, CK Jemfi,
Otia Kente and Co.
Exactly, and Co. And what they were seeking to do.
I think it was Chris Nimley. He was talking to me about.
Yes, it was Chris Nimley.
He was talking about Otia Kenten's coaching and what he was doing at Winneba and how he went to train other coaches.
Exactly.
And how he himself was trained by him. Beautiful. The coaching courses and all those things. So
you see, Bernard, when we understand that this is, for instance, like Citi FM, we have a mission statement. right? In a sense, that is philosophical.
Yeah.
It gives you an idea of where we aspire to be.
What is the mission statement of Ghana football?
That is the question.
Or Ghana sport.
Exactly. Where do we want
as much money as possible, to do the minimum, as little work as possible? You know, our philosophy is to we say we want to get the most what do you call it? The most discerning audiences possible, using innovative programming, blah 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 blah. I am cynical about Ghana football. I think that the people who run it know that they are supposed to be exploited. They know that we worship money, so everybody's looking for money, and so nobody really has time to really do the difficult work of long-term planning, all the things. So it's going to be difficult unless national leadership sees sport development as a national development strategy, where the government decides that we are going to be more serious with who we appoint and who we encourage in not just football. When I was in primary school, we used to do intersections, inter-schools. We used to do triangular games. University Primary School, Achimota Primary, and the school at Kwabinya. So we used to play games against Star Village School. We play against Ghana Atomic Energy. Sports was valued. When you do intersections, all parents will come. They'll give trophies. We took it very seriously. Okay? And if you were good in sport, you were encouraged. You were not seen as even though in those 80s, we had not yet seen football become so big. Okay? Right now, a lot of a lot of things have changed. There's no proper sponsors for athletics. Even football, the youth level, you know, private entities have come in. The best football development system in Ghana today is Right to Dream. Right to Dream was set up by Vernon, a former scout. We've stayed in this country for 70 years. We've not been able to put up any proper scouting system. Vernon has to come and set up Right to Dream, which they discovered Kalebirenchi,
Kudus,
Mohammed Kudus. All our solid players. Newama are all from Right to Dream, a private initiative of a British scout. It's very clear we are not yet we are not serious about anything. We are not serious about dominate. Even look at Senegal. Their success is clearly part of a system of planning. Morocco, I think we have more talent than most African countries.
I agree.
But our so when you say philosophy, I don't know who's going to bring that philosophy. We are just interested in making money quickly,
Bernard.
And it has destroyed every meritocracy. Even our league is not doing anything. Players who are playing, I don't even know who the players are. I mean, those days when they mention Black Stars, you even know, just apart from Semenyo, and who else is a star in the team?
No, there is, of course.
Who is the biggest star in the Black Stars?
Okay. I mean, Semenyo.
Kudus, he's not playing.
Even
in 2010, you could mention Charlie. So football, it will be fine. Look, 2030 World Cup is in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. If we keep doing these things we are doing,
Charlie, you asked the question, who should do it? You see, at the base of it, I think you need a responsible government that understands the space and says that, look, within the next 10 years, I want us to achieve A, B, C, D with the Black Stars. I may not be in office to see it through, but let me put the structures together today over the next 4 years to be able to solidify the aspirations we want to actually attain. You understand? And you do that, first of all, by creating the superstructure that will make that possible. Making sure that there is some form of dedicated funding that goes in there. We spoke about what sports diplomacy, appointing an envoy whose job it would be to go out there, right? Find Ghanaian talents who are out there, who can be brought together to gel. Appoint someone locally whose job it is to go around the whole of the country, scouting. Go to Adafianu, go to Peki, go to Joje, go to Agbozume, go to the north, all Kumasi, all of these places.
You are being optimistic. But last week the president was in OT region and said we are going to win the next World Cup.
You can't win the World Cup. It's not by the say-so of the president.
No, I think somebody told him, or he said we will win the next AFCON. We haven't even qualified for AFCON for the previous one. So we are. I think qualification for AFCON is even an achievement. He's saying that, or based on what his advisors have told him, this team is going to win the World Cup.
No, you see,
is that what he said?
It doesn't work like that.
Well,
so that's
sometimes say that. So if the leadership has the wrong conception of the state of the game, because if you don't diagnose a problem, as I keep telling you, a leader's first job is to define the reality. If you haven't even diagnosed the problem well, and you are being told that we are winning the next World Cup with this system, clearly you understand. So, I mean, I think we overachieved in this World Cup. We completely overachieved because all of us had lost hope in the team until this coach came and did one or two things. Now, if we think that this papering over the cracks is what's going to win us the World Cup, then we are delusion.
You see,
we can't. So the point I'm making is that the starting point of success is to admit your state.
That's true.
I'm not even sure our leadership wants to admit where we are in our football. This seeming success, it will give people the chance to win other elections. It will give people a whole campaign plan around how we should continue with this strategy. And the so-called football people, I'm sure they are very happy with. They will use this.
That's mediocrity. If they are happy with what we achieved at the World Cup,
but it's what they want to achieve, not what you want to achieve. You want to achieve agro. they want to achieve something. They want to achieve something. So you use it in there. Use your emotion. That is the raw material for their investment. So the fact that you go and stay up and clean your face at 1 a.m. and watch Ghana play a one goal project, that emotional investment is the capital they will use to do their own things. So what you want is not what they want. They don't want other things. So you are just suffering for nothing.
Bernard, I disagree. I disagree that we overachieved. I think we achieved what we were supposed to, given the talent that we had and the state of play in the groups. In 32 team World Cup, we probably have gone out. But with the 48 team and the Panama in our group, we should have got out of the group into the round of 32. And that's exactly
what we were supposed to achieve.
Yeah, we achieved what we were supposed to achieve, especially since we appointed a coach so close to the World Cup. I think that given everything that was at play, we did exactly what we were supposed to. It was not an overachievement.
Do you think we will win the World Cup in 2020?
No, we definitely won't.
I think that is like blasphemous.
No. So maybe they are saying it out of. You see, this is the thing. You see, we sort of hope without a basis. You must put in place a plan. Yeah. What Spain is doing now. In 2015, Spain didn't even have. They have never been to the World Cup in the Women's World Cup. Now they are world champions. So you can say they've had a 10-year plan that has worked.
Yeah.
So let's be realistic and say, let's give ourselves 10 years. Okay. Because if you start nurturing a guy who's maybe 14 today, in 10 years, he's 24.
Exactly.
Or even if you want a person to get to even Yamal, take a. But I don't think there's a plan or a basis to say we are winning the World Cup between it. There's no. You need to have a system in place for you to say that we will do this.
No, I think we should not misquote the president.
Okay.
He says that we are putting things in place to ensure that we are successful in the upcoming World Cup and AFCON tournament.
Okay, successful.
We achieved some success.
He didn't say we will win.
He didn't say we will win.
Okay, then I apologize.
Yeah.
I retract.
But what are we putting?
That's what was quoted in the text that I read. So I thought he said it.
And given our recent performances in the World Cup qualifiers and AFCON qualifiers and World Cup tournaments, going maybe to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals at this time would be considered success for a Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, maybe not in the past, but now, given where we are at the moment, it would be considered.
Let's get into your segment, and then you can tell us more. I'm just frustrated, but maybe my frustration is advising me.
Keep this team, and we will win AFCON World Cup. President Mahama backs Black Star continuity, and this is graphic online.
Yeah,
read the here.
It says President John Dramani Mahama has expressed optimism about the future of the national football team, the Black Stars, saying the current squad has the potential to achieve greater success if it is maintained and given sustained support. Speaking during an inspection of the whole sports stadium, President Mahama said Black Stars had exceeded expectations at the recent tournament, despite widespread predictions that the team would not advance beyond the group stage.
We're on the same page on that.
We also need to start preparing for the next World Cup.
That is true.
The Black Stars did well.
Yes.
Nobody gave them a chance.
That's true.
People predicted that they would crash out at the group stage.
Very true.
But they managed to get into the round of 32.
Correct.
I am sure that if we keep this team,
that's the problem,
and we persuade the coach to continue to work with the team by the next AFCON and World Cup, we will have a team that can claim the championship of any of these two competitions.
So for me, I agree with everything, but I don't think the future of football depends on keeping this coach. The future of football depends on having a long-term plan to develop football across, because Spain has a conveyor belt.
Yes.
So Spain didn't succeed because they have the La Fuente. So that's my only departure for the player. You can't say that keeping this coach will not do anything. Because even if you keep the coach and we win the AFCON, it will not change the fact that, because you see, if you want to succeed, you need a system.
Yeah.
So Spain is not successful because of the La Fuente. They are successful because even Barca women have the La Masia for them.
Yeah.
So you succeed by creating grassroots, develop it across. That's my only issue. Everything he said up to that point was true to me.
So you see, the La Masia is private investment, isn't it?
But the way they manage football in Spain,
No,
you
I'm
can't
just
say
saying.
Barca is that private.
No, I'm using
it's the policy of the Spanish.
No, I'm trying to use it to
sports.
build a point. That look, someone's private investment. Of course, all kinds of people have interest in it here and there. The core of the team that played yesterday, they pulled it out of Barca in many ways. Right. And you can see the roots of what they are trying to do. The core, like how they distribute the ball and everything.
Everything is
exactly. Now we have Right to Dream, for instance. You understand? So the question is it possible to use the Spanish model with the necessary modifications to suit the Ghanaian context and use it to advance the Ghanaian footballing philosophy that we are talking about?
But the Right to Dream, do we even know what their long-term vision is? Do we know what they are? I mean, what we've seen from outside is that they develop the player totally, academically, discipline, and football. That's a good starting point. Do we know the cost of the model? Can it be replicated? Because having one Right to Dream is not the solution to changing grassroots football. It is replicating smaller, low-cost versions across the country that can succeed.
That is the point.
But are we prepared to do it when we do it?
Why not?
For people to play football.
But you see, that is why people are being paid the money they are being paid. They are being given all the comfort they are being given, the cars they are using, the first class, business class, all these tickets they are given with entertainment, all these things they are given. It is to make them comfortable so that when they sit down, they think.
Yeah, but if the target, you see, this is the thing. You are saying they've been given work to do.
Yes.
The president's target is setting for them, in my view, is not even the right target. Because if he's saying that they should keep the coach and they will do well in AFCON and World Cup, that's not the vision for football. The vision for football should be create a system, a conveyor belt of talent that every level will be competitive.
That's true.
Under 17, under 19, women, men. That should be the target.
Yeah.
But if you say, let's keep the coach so that we do well in AFCON, it means that he's playing into the same limited, narrow targeting that the people running football have put to him. So the right thing to say is to say, let's create Right to Dream versions in various parts of the country, and let's develop football at the junior level. And in 15 years, we will dominate. But that's not what he's telling the people. So the people who are being paid the thing you are saying, they will interpret success by, we went to AFCON, we got to the semi-final, we went to World Cup, we went to the third round. And that will be what we keep doing. We've been doing this since 2000 and Christine Nyantechi. Every 4 years, every 2 years, we're in AFCON quarter semi-final. Right? So for a long time, Ghana was like the most consistent team at AFCON, which didn't win it. But the roots of that is what it hasn't been built upon. So here we are still complaining. So I don't feel like the leadership actually has a long-term vision for football. The way in which your emotions have been invested into it, which is why I'm advising you. Let's put our emotions into something else so that we will live longer. Please continue.
There's been an attempt to revive Colts football. In the early 2000s, there were a lot of Colts teams playing in the communities who were affiliated with the Premier League clubs. So, as you said, there was a conveyor belt to the Premier League clubs. A lot of young, talented players got an opportunity to show what they could do. And then they got an opportunity to get into the national teams from the youth teams. So, from that point, we were able to produce a number of players who graduated into the senior team, and we saw the success that came with that. Recently, we've not been able to get those players through to the national team because cult football was almost dead for a few years. There was no one playing at the community level. Aside the academies, which is a good place to get your talents, but you need the young players who they are affiliated with the communities. They get a lot of support from the people in the communities, and they are given an opportunity to progress to the Ghana leagues, where a lot of scouts, a lot of coaching talent is given to them, and then they can improve. But recently we don't see a lot of that. So
what else is trending, by the way? Since you're already here, social media trends is way behind schedule.
Yes. So what else is trending? The World Cup. And you mentioned Spain's success over the last few years. Over the last is it 11 years? They've won
in the last 5 years.
In the last 5 years, they won 16
world titles, men and women together, from junior to senior.
Yeah, I was going to add
16 titles in 5 years.
Yeah, I was going to make it 11 because of the World Cup and the Euros that they won.
It'll be more, right?
But it will be more. But in the last 5 years, I've said 16 titles across all age levels, women and men, in world and European football. It shows their dominance, and that's the model Morocco and Senegal are operating. So the conversation has been online. Why can't we replicate that model as we've started the conversation over here? They've been so successful, and they were completely dominant in the final against Argentina. Let me take you through a few of the stats. 65% possession across the game, 20 shots on goal, 11 on target. Their goalkeeper did not face a shot until the 117th minute. They had double the passes Argentina had. Yes. So they were completely dominant throughout the game against Argentina, and it showed in the awards as well. Rodri winning the best player. The conversation is that Messi probably deserved it because he's been very good throughout the tournament. Rodri has been good as well. Pau Kubasi, the defender, young Barcelona defender, winning the young player of the tournament. Unai Simon, who conceded one goal throughout the tournament.
He faced only 10 shots on target in the whole tournament.
And you see, all of those things, honestly, given the what you call the opportunity, I would not have chosen him as the best keeper. You know why? Because the back four and the middle of the park, they won't even allow you to even get close.
The Spain team there, in fact, to be fair, there's no outstanding individual in the Spain team.
They played as a team, yes.
But he considered only one goal.
Yeah, but you see, it's also a question of how many shots did he face?
Yeah, but the people, why didn't they hit the shot? You can't
because the ball, you won't get something.
But the one he faced, he caught them.
Oh, how many?
It doesn't matter.
Look, Martinez faced in excess of what?
Bro, I think that usually they give the best players to the winning team. And because Spain is the whole, it's difficult to get a standout player. But you can't argue with his effectiveness, because you can say a goalkeeper's job is to manage his defense, so he doesn't even get enough shots against him. You get it? So for me, I think it's okay. One goal scored against by some Belgian guy.
Yes.
Everybody are good.
It's total team.
And he wasn't even the best keeper in Spain last season.
That is the point. It's you.
No, but that should tell you something about building a team.
He probably isn't the best Spanish goalkeeper in the squad at all.
Yeah, but that's the point. So a coach brings players together. The whole is not just the sum of the parts.
Yeah, but you see, you are judging an individual. And my argument is that if you are judging, the team won the cup. You understand? But if you want to determine who the best player of the tournament is, I think the matrix should be different.
Who's the best player of the tournament?
Honestly, if you look on the facts, either you give it to Messi or you give it to Mbappe because of the roles that they play to lead their teams on. Rodri, yes, he may have been influential in the middle of the park. But the question is, was he the deciding factor when it mattered? I don't think so. They played together.
But see, this, when you say the best player, Spain machine worked because somebody was at the middle of that machine. He gave the most passes, he had the most touches, and he was the calming influence in a team which was unstoppable. So whilst Messi and Mbappe were individually brilliant, you can also say that the piston in that machine for Spain is Rodri. So the argument is that they play so perfectly that nobody stands out. But his role as the engine of the team is what made him the best player. So it's just a different way of looking at it.
Let me ask a question.
Yes.
Let's use the BAT4 test. It's basically used in law.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Let's apply that in the Spanish system.
Yes.
BAT4, the involvement of
Rodri.
Hold on, let me take it from Messi.
Yes.
Messi.
Yes.
Argentina most likely would not have progressed the way they did.
That's true.
But for the involvement of Mbappe,
yes,
France would not have progressed the way they did. Can you say the same for Rodri?
In a way, because if you look at the statistics of the match, he had the most touches in the tournament and the most passes. Everything went through him. So my point is that the Spain team was not built for brilliant individuals. It was built to keep possession away from the opponent. And to the extent that he is the most important player in that system, you can say, but for him, that machine would not have held.
And we've seen a recent example of Rodri's absence or his non-performance affecting his team. Man City, a team of very talented individuals. Without him, they were not as good as they usually are. So you can see
he doesn't talk much. He doesn't. But you see, if he's not there, Sky, you can look at he is like Partey.
That's true.
In fact, Rodri and Partey together won the league for
Atletico Madrid.
Partey doesn't talk much, but if Partey is not there, you know he's not there. So it's the same thing. They don't have to do plenty things. But if you want to know a good footballer, ask other footballers. Usually, when you ask footballers who is their most dependable player, look, Rodri is not exceptional or glamorous, but he does the simple things well. And for me, we should tell footballers that you are not just good because you can dribble and score 10 goals, but you can also play your role in a system to make other people play well. That's also part of coaching. So if I'm a coach, a lot of coaches will say they like Rodri. In fact, Pep said the Rodri of Man City of 2026 will only be ready when the World Cup starts because he had been injured. And he said people will see the real Rodri in the World Cup. He said it. And Pep is coaching it. So if Pep tells you that the best version of Rodri is what you will see, clearly that's what we saw. So you finish your thing. Sky, today, me and you will do football now.
Okay, just a few more things on the World Cup. The halftime show, a new development in the World Cup final. We've not seen it before. About 25 minutes of performances from a number of stars. A lot of the football purists are not too happy with it because obviously it takes away from the football a little bit, but people say that this is how sports is going at the moment. You need to commercialize it. You need to bring a lot more people in, and introducing the biggest stars is one way to do it. Also trending, Donald Trump. Yes, he handed over the World Cup trophy to Rodri and refused to leave the stage.
He
wants to be part of the celebration.
Does he understand that that is not for him? He wanted to leave the cup himself.
He wants to immortalize himself with a photograph.
He said it's the greatest World Cup ever.
He actually wanted to stand by Rodri. Rodri shooed him a little to the side, and then Infantino ran across the stage.
Beg him that, bro.
He says no. He was there.
Oh,
no. That's also trending.
Before you go, you see the thing I was talking about. Even Rodri himself is quoted here on Citizen. Read it.
He says, "I didn't expect to win the Golden Ball Award."
That doesn't mean
I don't think it's modest. There are times you see the thing, you know that this one he did well, but in terms of I don't think that some way.
To be fair, Mbappe was the exceptional player in this tournament. Mbappe in his 10 goals, 4 assists.
Besides the game against Spain,
if he keeps himself well, he'll be another Ronaldo. Because he's 20 what?
He's 28.
He's won 2 World.
He's won one World Cup, reached the final of one, reached the
semi-final.
semi-final.
22 World Cup goals, played 22 games.
Yes.
If he keeps himself for the next World Cup,
I think he's in his prime. I don't think he can get any better than he is.
If Ronaldo has shown us that discipline, because Ronaldo is fitter than most 35-year-olds. And he's 41.
In terms of how he looks,
and I believe
how he plays.
No, I think it's
no, but he's not as slow.
Yes,
Ronaldo is good.
It's very well passed.
And I think we are beginning to see an evolution to Mbappe's game. He's not relying on his pace as much as he used to. So he's using his skill and and his movement to get into good goals.
He's 27,
and that's what enabled Ronaldo to 28.
So next World Cup he'll be 32.
Yes.
Oh, he can still play.
He can
not
go.
bad. How old is what do you call it? Our captain, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is 33.
33.
Yes.
And for striker, if you look at Lewandowski, a striker, you can decide to change your style of play. He can play to another 8 years old.
Kane is actually 32.
32.
Yeah.
Well, this year.
So which means that Mbappe will be Kane's age in the next World Cup.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, he's still can deliver if he takes care of himself.
I've not. And Mbappe looks like he has a discipline.
Yes, he
looks like he has a discipline.
He has his excesses in terms of his ego, but in terms of discipline and football, he's.
I watched a video of his teenage years, school, training, school. He wasn't allowed to do anything. It was like a military camp.
Wow.
He goes to school, he comes back, he goes for training, he sleeps, he wakes up, he reads. It was like rigorous 8 years of intense discipline.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the way it goes. Anyway, what else is tech news today?
Oh, and tech news, there's been an update to our WhatsApp statuses. For people who like to post on status, you know that once you post a video or photo, that's it. You can't edit a caption. You couldn't edit a caption and correct your mistakes. Now you can, because WhatsApp has introduced an update that allows you to edit your statuses. In the first 15 minutes after you post it, you can make corrections where necessary. So
first 15 minutes.
First 15
Thereafter,
minutes.
Thereafter,
no corrections can be made.
Why don't this is just like
That was Taking Social Media Trends with Edwin.
Yo, Charlie, Telecel Office broadband upgrade. You get up to 40% more data on the same old bundles. Best part, the bundles don't expire.
That's how we like it in the town.
Yeah, from on-cap speeds to fixed line calls and flexible data moves that allows you to move data up to 4 devices. Telecel offers an unmatched band for fixed broadband solutions for every need.
Telecel fixed broadband has got you.
For your home or business, experience the true broadband difference with up to 40% more data on Telecel Office broadband at the same price. Move your non-expiry data to up to 4 devices. Get free fixed line calls and more tailored fixed broadband solutions for your home or business. Subscribe at www.telecel.com or download the Telecel Play app or visit a Telecel retail shop today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapade doesn't come with disputes. At Deftraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master planned gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Deftraco Woodlands, the Ejapade they'll be proud of. Visit woodlands.devtracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0208 732 302.
Kofi, I think we need to call them
Deftraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
It's so hard to find someone who's always there, who do the best they can to push you to the top. But I found myself a friend who's all of these and more. When I put my dreams to sleep, you wake me up to dream. I trust in blue. I trust in blue. I trust in blue. I trust in blue. Save your money with blue. Secure your future true. Blue Ghana day for you. I put my trust in blue. I trust in blue.
Blue Financial Services Ghana Limited. Trust in blue.
This football season, Max Buy Hat-Trick promo hits live. Score cash goals, win with free subscription and huge discounts. World Cup week, and my match bia empong. Esanse with TV and Nintia. Esanse, Max Buy Hat-Trick promo ewaha. Score up to 40% off on all TVs. After Superto TV, then your free DSTV box and 1 month free subscription. Once more, predict matches correctly when you buy Techno Come on 50 and get a cash back. Eish, where the Hat-Trick promo Wankasa. Pure enjoyment and massive savings. Enjoy the big games and save big. Promo way air cost from 8 June equity 20th July. Spraying it was 0544 019 552. Max Buy a year hat-trick promo. A year hat-trick promo. Hey.
Great news! The Ungalicious Abenwaha promo has been extended to 15th August 2026. And now, participating is even easier. Simply submit
20 Onga powder promo sachet
or
20 Onga shrimp tablets promo wrappers
or a mix of the two, still making a total of 20. Submit
at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch to review your unique code.
And dial
*713*27# and win instantly.
There's over 4 million worth of cash prizes to be won, including
cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis,
appliances, and many more. Promo now ends on 15th August 2026.
Terms and conditions apply.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This advert is FDA approved.
A king was born today. Is that how you go celebrate? You say you love the man, but show working, my sister. Open your cow bank up and credit his account. Life simplifying every single day. Yeah. Open your cow bank up and credit his account. Cow bank, make come easy, Charlie. Life simplified all the way. If you love your man, show working, not only talking plenty on his birthday. A king was born today. What can he do with that? Give him fuel, give him vibes, give him cow bank cash, just like that. With your cow bank app, you send money by airtime, pay bills in seconds. Wherever you go, cow bank make your life simplified. Cow bank, forward together.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
8:28, reflecting on Spain's victory at the World Cup, the 2026 World Cup, and asking when for Ghana. Mr. Sky says we should develop a football philosophy. And we're talking about that, whether we have the right plan for football development or sports development for that matter. But you know that mattresses can help your sleep or hamper your sleep, depending on whether they are good or bad. Choose quality, choose comfort, choose durability. For over 60 years, Latex Foam has been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country. Come to any of our showrooms or call us on 0302231155 or log on to latexfoamghana.com for Latex Foam's high quality mattresses. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
You know your sleep score matters, right?
Yes.
If you don't sleep well, it affects everything else. And it can mess up your entire health system.
I'm telling you.
You know, so
I think it's one of the most important markers of good health. Sleep. Indeed, when Michael Essien was asked about his football prowess, he actually said his sleep was very important. That when he was not exercising or training, he slept. A lot of people were wondering why he was so strong on the pitch. He said that he doesn't play with his sleep because it conserves his energy. So even in sports, sleep is important. Anyway, let me talk about SuperSem, and when we come back to sports, SuperSem has a new technology, an eco-friendly innovation that makes it Ghana's best choice. The super fast 32.5 hour cement is good for plastering, for mortar screeding and block laying. You can also use a heavy duty SuperSem Super Power 42.5 hour for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural works. Call SuperSem on 055-306-0517. It's available at all leading building material outlets across the country. SuperSem, build your dream. And GRA's Customs Division is informing the general public of a 2-month amnesty granted to all users of uncustomed vehicles effective 1st June, 31st July. This amnesty waives all penalties that would have been imposed should such vehicles be impounded by the Customs Division. All users of uncustomed vehicles are encouraged to take advantage of this amnesty to regularize their documentation. And that after 31st July, Customs Division will undertake nationwide unannounced inspection of vehicles on the roads and impound all uncustomed vehicles. For more information, call us on 0800 900 110 or WhatsApp 055 299 0000.
And you've probably noticed the lights going off when you least expected. Plans interrupted, business forced to pause, homes left in the dark at inconvenient times. Translight Solar is here to help you. With Translight Solar, you enjoy consistent, reliable power every single day. No interruptions, no surprises. Our smart solar solutions are designed to keep your lights on, your appliances running, and your operations moving while helping you cut down electricity costs. We are offering exclusive installation discounts starting at 34,000 Ghana cedis only with flexible payment options. So call 0256 040 838. Translightsolar.com is where to visit online. Reliable power, total peace of mind is what we offer you at Translight Solar. So, the Lexus University College is inviting you for a world-class education in a premier university, market-driven professional qualification. Come by. We offer programs in undergraduate programs. We offer undergraduate programs like BSc Nursing, Midwifery, Human Resource Management, and a host of others. If you jump onto thelexusuniversity.edu.gh, you will see the other courses we run. You can see serene teaching and learning environment as well. We are located at Tema Community 25 at Peace B Junction. WhatsApp us 0577 734 549. Admission is in progress. Zenith Bank says, stay alert. Shine your eye when someone calls claiming to be from Zenith Bank. Fraudsters can sound professional, confident, and convincing. They may ask you to confirm your account details to help resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Remember, Zenith Bank will never ask for your PIN, password, or OTP over the telephone, email, or via any channel. So if any caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately. Contact Zenith direct on 054 2000 111. Shine your eyes, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. This is a message from Zenith Bank in partnership with the Ghana Association of Banks.
Yes, and let me use the opportunity for and on behalf of the team to wish happy birthday to Beatrice Baden. Beatrice Baden, you are a fantastic woman who is driving change in your own small space. And the world is grateful that you continue to do what you are doing.
I'll join you because Beatrice is a member of Women in PR.
Oh, beautiful.
The Women in PR Ghana. And so on behalf of Women in PR, I'll join you to wish Beatrice Baden a happy birthday.
Powerful.
I also want to take the opportunity to wish a belated happy birthday to the Registrar of the Ghana School of Law, Mrs. Juliet Edu Ejay. This is from the management and staff of GSL.
Beautiful. I'm also joining myself to that. May God continue to protect her, greater impact on the legal profession in training and all the spaces there are.
Alrighty. A couple more coming through. I don't know if you did this already. To Veronica Wiafe.
Oh no. Okay.
A happy birthday to a wife, a mother, and a co-concert partner, to the woman who lights up every dark room she enters. Mrs. Veronica Wiafe, your children Nana Kwame or Nana Kweku, Mamiya, and Sami Wiafe say happy birthday to you. Thank you for everything and God bless you abundantly, Vero. Cheers to life. So so that's from Sami Wiafe to his mom.
Beautiful.
All right, a couple more comments quickly. Good morning, Coach. This system was called a multi-system. Agro football is the name used by Mohamed Polo for what Ghana is supposed to play. Okay, so that's what he meant. Sky is making valid points with the scouting, but the budget them go throw away. They go give you. Bernard says it's all about quick money making ventures. Yes, an interesting comment I got from a friend who used to play football who said in 2005, he was part of a University of Ghana football team.
Okay.
The final year of the University of Ghana team played with Tom Vernon Academy, which is now called Right to Dream.
Okay.
It rained just before the game, and the Academy boys changed their boots to the synthetic boots for wet pitches, while we wore our same leather boots, the only boots we had. And to be honest, many of us use our own boots. We barely could run. We ended up losing 5-1 or so. After the match, the founder Tom Vernon asked a few of us why we didn't use boots suited for the wet pitch. You can imagine our surprise at that question, as we didn't even know that you should use different boots for that type of condition. Football has shown beyond what we know and do here. He goes on, if we are to be competitive again, we must do what other successful countries are doing. Let's visit the conversation on our famous National Football Academy at Pram Pram. Almost 3 decades or so, where are we? He asks. Another one, the blueprint which produced Otia Kenteng was designed and produced by the late Ben Kofi. And that was what Nyantete used to run his administration. This is another listener commenting on this, the
Yeah, and David Amofa sends a message, says he agrees with Sky's point. You're right on our purported football system. Agro rightly said by you, Ghana's system of play since the days of Osei Kofi Babayara and Mohamed Polo Abedi Pele and the likes had this tiki-taka type of play with strategic passes into the 18, just as Asamoah Gyan, Sule and Stephen Appiah and co did at the 2006-2010 World Cup. Coach Adi called it the multi-system and Coach Silas Tete called it total football. However, in recent time, we have lost that rhythm of play due to lack of homegrown players in our national team.
One of the most important things about our team, which has changed, has been that this team you mentioned, most of the players of that team were colleagues in under 15, under 17, under 20, under 21 before they got to the national team.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody like Sule Muntari, Michael Essien, Derek Boateng, Adokwe Papo, John Mensah, John Pencil, they knew each other at junior levels. So usually when you are good at under 17, you promote to under 19, under 20, and the national team. We can say some of the 2009 under 20 team. Adede Ayew, the guy who scored the winning penalty for that tournament.
Was it the short guy?
Yes, the midfielder. There were a number of them. What has changed, as I keep saying, is that right now, the football business means if you are close to power, you can put your players in the national team. The players don't know themselves. So he was asking Kudus and Inaki and Semenyo, who are among our most high-profile players. They didn't play together at junior level. I remember distinctly 2008 AFCON, the one we hosted. Ghana was struggling against a particular team. And you could tell that things were tough. It was a home game. Sule and Essien did a routine for the free kick. One of them just raised the ball and the other scored because they've played together for a long time. I don't think Kudus and Semenyo have played together for more than whatever. Partey. They were all discovered already as stars playing for their team because of the effort of scouts who have taken them. So Partey was in Atletico system. Kudus, you get it? So Partey, Kudus, Semenyo and Co, they don't know each other. Now this De La Fuente guy, he was coach of under 19, under 21, whatever. So he knows if he brings Williams and Torres to replace Oyarzabal and some guy, he knows what they will do. They know each other. You see what I'm saying? That's our challenge. And you can't solve that problem by just bringing a good coach.
Yeah, but so the coaching matter would respond to the issue of philosophy would deal with the question of who is even your coach in the first place. Because look, I mean, I was reading some material the other day. We're told that no coach outside of the nation winning the trophy, you understand, ever succeeded. In other words, it is only a citizen leading his team from his nation to the World Cup that wins it. If what I was reading is correct, which is to say that we should not expect to go and pluck a coach from, Azerbaijan and expect that coach will come and do miracles for us. Yes, there are people who can step in and provide some, interim leadership. But ultimately, the person has got to understand the Ghanaian brand of football.
So let me deal with that in two ways. You are right in saying that when it comes to the World Cup and clutch moments, generally, your nationality may count. But you see, if you look at what Johan Cruyff did for the Spanish in Barca's system, we are not even there yet to even talk about having a national team coach to win it. We are talking about developing a system, because a foreigner can help you develop a system, as Cruyff did for the Spanish people that they are using. So what I'm saying is that let's first understand where we are with our game. This coach has shown that with proper organization, a team can perform creditably at a tournament.
Yeah, I was actually even just responding to the question of coaching.
Yes, but I am okay. So what I'm saying is that if you develop junior football and make sure that there's a meritocracy in junior teams and that the stars know each other before they get to the senior level, the cohesion is better, because national teams don't play as often as club teams. So knowledge of each other is more like, I know you, you know me. So when we are doing a show, it's easier. Do you get it? So you need to develop that in under 17, under 19. Then, with whatever coach you have at the national level, you can win. I do understand that when it comes to the way they, for example, Argentina, the way they are playing their game, clearly having the guy who coach them, influence, because they are Argentines. They know how to do what they want to do.
Exactly.
So there's a role for that. But if you don't build the system that even gets you to that clutch match, because our most successful national team was coached by a Serb. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that even if you get a blueprint from somewhere else, you have to be disciplined enough to follow through, and we have not. So we are, the matter of nationality of coach doesn't even arise for us yet. Our problem is, what is the blueprint we are working towards, and who is in charge of implementing it? We haven't answered that question. We don't now. If it's not for the effort of private scouts who discover players, look, Sky, there are some players who play in teams in Europe who haven't played for any junior national team in Ghana. Somebody goes to Techiman, sees a boy playing for a second division team. He takes him to Barcelona B. He trains and trains. He gets loaned out to Getafe. In 2 seasons, Barcelona brings him back. He's doing very well. I saw a Spanish guy, black guy, play for Atletico in the Champions League. He's a Spanish. He left Ghana at maybe age 15 or 16. I don't even think he will play for Ghana, because the only allegiance he owes to Ghana is that he used to play in some bush in Ghana. Somebody took him to Spain, and he's been trained by the Spanish. He will not be called for under 17 because he's not on somebody's. He's not somebody's player. He will not be called for under 21. Meanwhile, he's playing for Barca, Atletico's team.
So he
will get invited to Black Stars. Maybe if Spain doesn't choose him, and you expect him to gel with Kudus. He will not, because he doesn't know him.
You see,
that's the issue.
That's the solution to that is what I call for the envoy appointed within the scheme of sports diplomacy, who is engaging Ghanaians out there. You identify the person. His job is to be scouting all the time. Where are the Ghanaian sounding names? Are there people of Ghanaian origin who are playing in the US, in the UK, wherever, Netherlands, all of these spaces? Can we engage them? If we engage them, is it about, are we going to be fighting with the UK over getting that person? How do we do that? Because look, Messi, the greatest thing to have happened to the game, I mean, if you look at everything he's achieved, there was a huge tussle between the Argentines and the Spaniards.
He nearly played for Spain.
Exactly. But ultimately, Argentina took him. Now, what we are saying is that someone must be responsible for that space. All he does is to be sieving through all the names available internationally. Are they Ghanaian sounding? Do they flow in one way or the other from Ghana? Can we talk to them? Can we engage them, their parents? Because all of these things count.
It's part of it.
How come Williams played for Spain?
Charlie?
If we had engaged properly,
his parents are Ghanaian, so the guy who gave the assist for Spain, his parents are Ghanaian.
Exactly.
His brother is in Ghana.
If I had pursued football, perhaps I would have considered another country.
Oh. Anyway, at women football, I don't know where it had gotten to then, but at the time, was it lucrative when you were playing?
At the time, it was picking up.
It was now picking up.
It was now picking up. But gentlemen, good morning, and permit me to enter this conversation.
Please do. We need your expertise.
Which expertise?
As the player. as a
no, but so let me be a little controversial with the both of you and say that I think it's time for me to collect my stones on this very subject, and allow me to land.
Please proceed.
Weeks back, before the World Cup, I remember saying, and particularly Sky said I was being unpatriotic. I remember saying that Black Stars were not going to make any significant placements in this World Cup, not because the team that lacks quality players, but because of how we have and continue to manage football and sports in its entirety. I understand that at the time, there was the build up. There was a certain unrealistic hope that we did a prayer here that we were going to go to the World Cup and even win and all of that. Okay, but the reality was glaring at us. We decided whether we will look at it or not. So I'm happy we are having the conversation, and I'm collecting my.
There's a time for everything.
There's
a time for optimism and there's a time for reality.
I'm collecting my stone in cash and kind.
Our people say that a vivant magic bear. You can't have a bad child and say that as for this child, it's no longer your child.
So
whatever you do is
at
your
that
child.
time we're supporting the team. Is it? There's a time to discuss. You see, when you are rallying people to support a team, that's not the time you go back to
spoil the
philosophy. That time you're already in the tournament. When you finish, then you think through and you discuss. So we are not saying what you were saying was wrong. We are just saying that it was not the time for that.
Much as I understand,
you were being a wet blanket at the time.
I don't agree with you. I have a different position, but I buy in the position Sky makes, the assertion he makes about philosophy. Okay, I think that it's ultimately tied to what you're saying, and there isn't any clear disagreement, except to say that he thinks that there are little things that must be dealt with. But I think that even with the little things, the philosophy is important in shaping those things before you can graduate to the bigger things. And I will just bring a Google definition of philosophy that says philosophy is the systematic critical study of fundamental questions concerning existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language.
Beautiful.
Okay. And put this together, especially values. If you're looking at the value, one of you asked the question. I was listening to you guys on my way here about the mission and the vision of Ghana football. Who knows that the answer to that question? I don't know who knows. I don't know. I don't think any of you knew when you asked that question. But that is where philosophy can be employed. Okay? Because if we had thought about the reasoning, if we had thought about the questions, the existence of our football, and I would even extend it to this country, we would have had some answers. We would have, theorize some answers as to what we want our football to be and where we want it to go and how we want to go to that destination that we want. But we have left everything to chance, and parochial personal interests are at play. And so the big thing Sky talks about, the cultivation, you also talk about it, because we ought to have begun cultivating, scouting talent as early as in their early years, 6-7 years, because 12. Elsewhere, I'm sure Argentina is doing it, Spain is doing it, South Africa is doing it,
Morocco is doing it.
There isn't any proper cultivation. If you look at the talent, if you look at even the infrastructure, are we really building infrastructure that says that in the next 10 years, we want to be not only the winning team, but the destination of football in the continent and in the world? It's a total mess. And so the hope, the president is also entertaining the hope that you guys had before that I'm sorry, I'm not beating down, but that hope I heard the president entertain, I also felt was a bit misplaced and was unnecessarily unrealistic, very aspirational.
Especially if he has not admitted or commissioned an overhaul of the current system for him to even say that with the reforms that we are implementing in football, we believe that in X number of years we'll get here. But simply to say that we have a coach who has done well and therefore if we keep him, we'll do well. Yeah, my challenge is that he may even be correct to say that the coach can help us do well in AFCON. But you see, the problem we've diagnosed is not about doing well even in AFCON. It's about creating a system. That's what is paining me, that he seems to be buying into this short-termist, Black Stars have done well at AFCON, so let's do better. You get me? He has not been. He's not. I don't know how to put it.
It should be about resetting the system.
Thank you.
That's the point.
Thank you.
Football must be reset. I don't think he has averted his mind to the rot which has led us to this level. I don't think he has averted his mind to that.
And indeed, I was expecting the president to apply the reset agenda to football as well. I don't know the advice that he's getting from his sports minister and the GFA, etc. But it appears that he's also being deluded, like majority of Ghanaians who, go to bed after the World Cup, after AFCON, and forget how football is being managed, only to come back in a tournament season and pray and wish and hope. I think either he's not being properly advised, or he's also, falling into the delusion of the hope. But I think that the reset agenda should be employed and applied to football as well, because not only are we losing out, we've also lost face. We've had the best Abedi Pele, Polo, what have you? We've had some of the world best players, and we Sike Akuno, Sami.
We have the talent. We have the players.
So it's. I feel like there's a football embarrassment that Ghanaians are going through now. But we just apply this bandage of hope anytime it's football time, it's AFCON or it's World Cup, and then we get on. We hope, and not much comes out of the hope, and then we get on with it. But we have to perhaps demand the love that the enthusiasm that you guys express here over Black Stars, and even bring that European energy here, and perhaps we should start demanding more accountability, and the word Sky used, a reset with our football, because our football is in shambles. It isn't getting any better, and it's embarrassing.
And I need to add to what you see. The reason this is important is that, unlike some countries, we actually have talent. You see, Ghana is not, I think, pound for pound, for a country of 32 million people, we are one of the most talented countries for raw. If you go to a typical Ghanaian town, I went to Sky to a random town in the Volta region to do some project, and they played a match for us. These are school kids. I mean, it was, and they are not even professional footballers. So the talent is there. Look, if you go on any plane coming to Ghana from the UK or Europe, you see all these young white boys in the plane. They are coming to scout for footballers. So there's a lot of people know that we have footballers who are good, which means that our performance must be much better than most African countries, because if we take pound for pound, we have some of the best football talent. Number two, we have a massive unemployment crisis, and sports has been proven everywhere to be a social development tool. Sports, because it's a leveler, it's raw, it has money. FIFA made the most money it had ever made in a tournament. Ghana was given almost $12 million for just getting to where it's gotten to. So there's money from the people who organize football to develop football. You see me? So not even Ghana government too. There's money from FIFA for football. So we have the talent. Football is the world's biggest form of entertainment, and it's a proven source of economic livelihoods. So not just for the individual who gets into it, but for the communities that partake in it. So it's almost like a no-brainer. So that's why a lot of times people were doing Ministry of Youth and Sports. It's only now that because the youth will engage in sports to keep them away from social vices, to give some of them a career, to create local economic opportunities.
To create a talent bank.
So if you have a country who's going to read a budget on Thursday, football is actually one of your biggest natural resources.
FIFA made $15 billion over the last 1 month over the World Cup.
You get it? So we construe economic development as sell eggs to Burkina Faso and buy tomatoes from them. But you have players. You get it? So I feel like we have not opened our eyes. And if you listen to the Spanish, it says, there's a football expert from Spain called Guillem Balag. It's a dominance. It's like the perfect storm. Culturally, we do things a certain way. Everybody believes in it. The important thing is that we don't stop. So he's tying their football culture to their national culture. If you see how Argentina played, most South Americans are like that. They want to win at all costs. They will do bad things to justify the success in the game.
Justifies the means.
Kicking around. Now, I'm not saying encourage that, but the way the Argentines play tells you their national psyche when it comes to defending their flag. So I've told you about the talent we have and the development. There's also we've been discussing behavioral change on this program, talking about a national psyche for development. If you look at the way the Argentine fans were singing, for Argentina, they beat England, in my view, because of their extra motivation because of their history, right? They saw the match against England as a way of repaying for an unjust war the British fought against them in the Falklands, which they call the Malvinas. Okay, so beyond talent and economic and social development, there's also national pride, so that you can say that the Black Stars, a country which is a small country, beat the US in 2006 and 2010. Do you know the number of my US friends who were like, Charlie, you guys, fair play to you. Do you know how proud I felt? Do you know what that means if I'm going to MC a program somewhere? Say, I'm from the country of Asamoah Gyan. So football should not be left to football people, because football people have a parochial interest in making money for themselves. Football, which is why Nkrumah came up with the Republicans. Football is the biggest tool to rally a nation to believe in a certain way. So I am saying that beyond even a football culture, we should have a national psyche. Okay, so what is our national psyche around competition? Now, if a Ghanaian is facing an American in a sport, how should he psych himself to meet this American? So that sports philosophy should come from a national philosophy. Do you understand? Which is why Nkrumah didn't want to leave sports. He was so committed. So, Mr. President, please, this idea that keeping Carlos Queiroz is the silver bullet to us, it is completely off. We need a reset of the mindset of Ghanaians. And sports will be the first beneficiary of that reset, because we will pay the price and do the hard work of developing football over the long-term period. I am tired of short-term near misses.
You know, Bernard, I was watching a CBS interview the other day with Vuzinha, the
Cape Verde goalkeeper.
That's right. And then he was look, the guy's mind, beautiful. And the way he articulated what it meant for them to perform on that stage. And the glory that it has brought not only to him, the team, but the country. Right? Previously,
they want him to go and play in the USA.
Yeah, exactly. Previously, not many people around the world knew where to even look. They had not even heard of the name Cabo Verde, right? But their exploits on the international stage. Now, people are talking about going there to visit. People are talking about going there to experience their culture. People are talking about going there to invest. People are talking about going there to find talent. So you see, it is not just about going to the World Cup and perform. It's also about the cascading, or the domino effect, in the positive, the spin-offs, how they impact all other sectors of the economy. Because someone will say, let me go and set up a football academy because I saw these people come to perform. Oh, let me go and invest in football production, factory. Oh, let me go and produce jerseys. You understand? That is how countries benefit from the windfalls or the spin-offs of performance like that. So if we just think that it's only about just going to play football, no. We also have the local teams that are performing badly. Our football locally is in a mess. The way to actually deepen it and ensure that we get a big... Because if local football is doing well, look, I can also set up factory to do all kinds of things to support them, right? People who sell, people who go to the stadium to sell all kinds of things. The experiences Samens talks about all the time.
Charlie, when you go to
someone sat down and said, look, EPL was in a bad shape.
Charlie,
let's revive it. Let's reset it. And they put together a plan, executed it. Today, it is the greatest export you can talk about the UK, right? People in all corners of the world can tell you that, oh, this is the UK player, that is because they have become aware of what happens in that system. Why can't we do it?
So we've given 4 reasons. Let's read some comments. Dr. Kobe Mensah says, Nkrumah answered the philosophy of our football question, resilience. He said, the Black Stars should go out there and play the African personality kind of football. Caleb, here's a couple more. If you can read them, there's one on the platform.
So Samuel sends one from Tel Aviv. He says one major problem we have in our football is our football administration. Our football is being administered by people who double as player agents. Just look at our management structure. They all have their players dominating our national teams from under 17 to 20. We need to weed out personal interest from our football administration. None of the administrators of Spanish football football have academies they force on the national team coaches.
imagine?
Good morning, team. I believe we've been conditioned to celebrate mediocrity. That's why qualifying third in the round of 32 feels like an achievement. But what if there was no round of 32 to hide behind? This same mindset shows up in our national development. We endure bad roads for years, then celebrate when they are finally fixed, forgetting the cars destroyed, jobs lost, and lives affected in the meantime. Our leaders take credit for doing what should have been done long ago. Something is fundamentally wrong with how we define progress. Samson Dogbe sent that. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
You're on point about the remarks of the president for long-term progress of the Black Stars and football in general. However, I think the president was right in saying that we should retain the head coach for the start of this long-term project. Aldorf sent that from New Bawe.
Fair enough.
Ghana must start planning for life after Thomas Partey. In 4 years, he may no longer be at his top level or may not be available for the Black Stars. The technical team should identify a young defensive midfielder now, provide targeted development support, and continuously monitor his performances, minutes, and progression at club level so he can be groomed as Partey's long-term successor. Nana sends this from Taman. He says, we seem to be doing something good with the Ghana female teams across the age groups. All of them qualified for their world tournaments. The core problem with Ghana football is a severe blend of administrative mismanagement, crumbling grassroots development, and chronic underfunding. This systemic decline has led to a lack of elite player depth, poor national team performance, and a local league struggling with financial instability and fading fan interest. Good morning, Alowski.
Yes.
I watched Spain play like Ghana's Starlets 91.
Exactly the point I was making.
They had the speed, stamina, skill, strength, set pieces, and style. Above all, they were confident anytime, any day, anywhere. Uncle Ben sent this from McCarthy Hill.
There's this one that I say, good morning. Black Stars and all the football people managing them are a bunch of cicadicious and unpatriotic people. Basically, technically, the Black Stars are public civil servants, just like doctors, teachers, nurses, etc. Why should they be paid such huge sums of money? Is the duty they perform far more important than that of doctors, nurses, teachers? I can bet you they are just going to waste our money. And he goes on to talk about other things. This is coming in from Kusokbo. He says that he also disagrees. He's not happy. He says that FIFA paid Ghana $12 million. That money can be invested in sports infrastructure. Pram Pram Sports Academy has become a white elephant. I bet you those people will go and waste the money. He goes on to talk about that. But that is an important point. Okay, good.
I told you so. The people just went to waste our money at the World Cup. We are going nowhere if we don't shake up the sports management in the country. No proper juvenile football league. Coach football is dead. No properly functioning senior football league. And we want to go and do well at the World Cup. What kind of wet dream is that? So these people are not happy at all.
Right. There's one here that says FIFA paid Ghana $12 million. That money can be invested in sports infrastructure. Oh, good. It's sent to you as well.
Right.
Very well.
But you see, Bernard, so the 12 million, how are we going to use it? Are we going to use it to offset or to reimburse the public purse for what we spent on them to go there? Or we are going to invest it meaningfully into a system that works? I know the government has been talking about sports fund and they say they are taking a bill to Parliament. I don't know what has happened to that. Look, I don't have a problem with asking all of us to pay something small in support of the national team. The national team. I don't have a problem with it because I know that, look, the impact on other sectors of the economy can be great. The question is whether we can hold them accountable and ensure that
we know the answer to that question.
That is what we have to do.
No, that question. We will not be willing.
On past record, it might seem that we will not be able to do it. But we, as people who are interested in policing the system, must ensure that the right thing is done. It shouldn't be that you go collect $12 million and then everybody goes home, they share the money, you look for the money, you can't find it. They come to us, collect 100 Ghana cedis every month to support the sports facilities across the country, and then we don't know how they are spent. I think all of us must be interested. And look, hitherto I was sort of uncomfortable with the idea of resetting completely the GFA. But on current evidence, I think the time has come. Even if FIFA will say we are banning Ghana,
we should reset,
right? We should reset it. The idea that, look, our constitution says that what? You should not put yourself in a conflict of interest position where your interest as a person conflicts with the functions that you are performing. Why should, if we extend the principle, why should someone sitting and taking decisions like this?
Then the football, the whole football system will come down.
There's a reason why the framers of the constitution put that in there. We should lift it and apply it to even football. Because you can't say that you are football president, this and that, you own multiple teams, and then, you know, they are elevating on the basis of people belonging to them. No! Bernard, if you go around this country, there are talents all over the place. Where are we organizing all of these justify your inclusions? Where we select, Volta region, Ashanti region, we have 2, 3, 4, 4. Bring them together to create a cohesive system that works, that pushes the Ghanaian brand of football. No! All kinds of people have their interests, set up 2x4 teams, not doing anything useful, and they are chopping our money. No, that cannot be right. We need to reset the system now. And President Mahama has an opportunity to do it.
Reset football. We are really discussing football, but a few things to say. Let me say happy birthday to one of our most avid listeners, Bridget Jogbenuku, who's been listening to us for many, many years. Bridget has been flag bearer of the PPP.
Was it deputy flag bearer? Or
no, eventually she became
flag bearer.
She became the food. Oh, beautiful.
She's into
Madam President.
Her own business. She's into development and all kinds of things.
The Jomino.
So today we celebrate you. She herself, she says, sports inculcates values like discipline,
she plays
sportsmanship, positive attitude, and teamwork, and love for the collective. So it's something we should develop.
And represented Ghana at the international stage as a beauty.
So Bridget, queen. Happy birthday to you. A product of the 190-year-old Wesley girls.
Beautiful, beautiful. Lady, papa.
Happy birthday to you. Please, where's the party?
No, me for bring me the Jomi. That's all I'm interested in. Because
there's a message I got here which is interesting. It says, Bernard, forgive me for not sending this below since Saturday. So, you know, last week we spoke about Ghanaian values. You were not here. And Samuel spoke about a relative of distant relative of his who had tried to swindle him. So this person is a statesman. He says, Bernard, I listened to the story last week on your show on the very sad, toxic character of many Ghanaians these days. Samuel narrated his extended family corrupt case where he sought to do was to help a sick relative who was unable to pay for their surgery. This type of mentality is not isolated. Mr. Avle, on this trajectory, have you seen a lost and found notice in any public space in Ghana? Ask yourself why. Across all our ethnic groups, we have a way to pick up lost items to keep us assassinated there. Or into ahun. I don't know what that means. Or metu ehun.
Oh, ehun. Okay.
So our Kwekwananse character comes into full play.
Thank you.
Corrupt trickster behavior. We have to change that as well. So those of you who want context, Samuel was talking about how somebody was ill and wanted them to pay for an operation. So he had agreed to do the payment. This person had apparently tripled or quadrupled the cost of the operation
cedis.
And wanted to collude with the hospital to tell the benefactor that what was to cost maybe 7,000 is 35,000. So when he called the hospital said, "Oh, this surgery is only 7,000," and the people said, "No, tell him it's 35 so that we'll share the money." And this is somebody who actually needed the surgery. So his point was that if somebody who's ill can still have the presence of mind to want to still cheat a benefactor, what type of mindset? We're talking about a mindset reset, you know. And I really want to say that whilst mindset is not the purview of a president of a country, the way I see the reset that the president spoke about, I think if he wants posterity to remember him, it should be a mindset thing that he deals with, because there's a lot you can do in 4 years. But trust me, the way your citizens think and behave is very important. And you set the tone for what you allow and what you encourage and how you speak and what you incentivize and what you punish. So even though it's not, you can't go to Ghanaians and say, I came and I said I'll do a reset, and I've changed your mindset from Kwekwananse to something, so vote for me. You can't do that. But you see, history, it will, yes, it's the basic thing that will make everything else easier. So it's, as they say, attitude is not everything, but attitude makes everything better or worse, right? So when you say attitude is everything, it's not necessarily true. Competence is more important. But if you have the wrong attitude, it will affect your competence too. So I feel that's the same way mindset and culture is. You cannot say that in my 4 years, all I'll do is change people's minds. But if you succeed in getting people to think different, it will make them better in agric, better in football, better in economy, better in media, better in education, better in health. So it is not a definable, measurable target. But that does not mean we shouldn't pursue it. And I think when you say you want to do a reset for a country, even the Bible says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your new life cannot start if your mindset is not changed. So in everything, if your mindset is the same, it's like putting water in a basket. It's not going to work. A lot of the things we discuss, every sector we discuss on this show, education, health, sports, we inevitably come back to the attitude of Ghanaians or the mindset. So that should tell you that it's actually one of the most important things we should focus on. And that's why it's not limited to just one. I'm not ceding that work only to the president. Even the media has a role, which is why we do what we do. There are many, even education as well. All right. For example, today, the Minister of Education is going to do a press conference on infrastructure in SHS. 3 billion cedis, we want to remove double track system. But the Education Ministry should also know that even the way teachers and headmasters do their work and their mindset about what education is as important as the classroom. So they shouldn't construe success to say, oh, we have built 200 classrooms, we have removed double track system. Because we are talking about a generation and the way they are being shaped. We are concerned about our youth and the way they work. A number of you employ people of a certain generation and you're frustrated at their lack of thoroughness, lack of attention to detail, and lack of a sense of diligence. Now, that is a visible outcome of a broken system. Now, yes, you need classrooms. Yes, you need good teachers. But if the way your students even think is not part of your outcomes for education, you're going to have a difficult country to run, right? So all our leaders must start prioritizing the soft issues and the soft outcomes in their field. Head teachers must think different about their work. House masters, school prefects, students. Otherwise, we'll build classrooms and we'll still produce mediocre outcomes. Because what has produced all of us is not just the classrooms and the chalk. It's the systems of thinking we went through in our home and the kinds of mentorship we had that shaped the way we think. So this is a very important thing I just want to remind. So Education Minister, today, spend some time and talk about mindsets. Particularly because indiscipline is rising in our secondary schools. Yes, instill discipline, give them the chalk, give them the whiteboard, the calculator, but also try and reshape the way they think about their work as educationists. Because you will build classrooms and our students, some of them, when we employ them, they can't do anything. It's a very, very important discussion as well. Time check is 9:15 on the City Breakfast Show. Speaking of education and mindsets, Academic City is saying our students don't just learn, they build, they innovate, and they lead. Our graduates work with global companies like Apple, Goldman Sachs, Ernst & Young, and others, while others are building startups and driving innovation across the continent. We offer innovative undergrad and postgrad programs in engineering, business admin, communication, AI science, AI data science, and cybersecurity. We're also the first university in Sub-Saharan Africa to offer undergrad programs in nuclear engineering and unmanned aerial systems engineering. Call us on 053-101-2236 or visit act.edu.gh. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Let's talk about great news from Ongalicious Abingwaha promo. It's been extended to the 15th of August. If you haven't heard about this yet, if you submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets or 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers, or now a mix of the two, still making a total of 20, you can submit them to the redemption center near you, and you receive a scratch card. When you send the unique code you will find on that scratch card to *713*27#, you will win instantly. Now, there is more than 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. That includes cash itself up to 200,000 Ghana cedis, smart TVs, deep freezers, washing machines, kitchen appliances, and many more. So hurry while promo lasts. It ends on the 15th of August this year. And if you're looking for a world-class university experience for your child right here in Ghana, Lancaster University Ghana is the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa offering students the same prestigious Lancaster University degree awarded in the UK, with a 90% graduate employment rate within 6 months of graduation. Your child gets a head start in today's competitive global market. Students can choose from programs in business, law, computer science, economics, marketing, international relations, and more, all in a modern campus environment designed for you. Lancaster.edu.gh is where to visit online. Applications are open, so hurry. If you need to call someone, we will be available. This is the number 0209 607 008. Lancaster University Ghana is a global degree at your doorstep. With the heavy rains, floods have affected many communities, but Jibu is wishing everyone safety and encouraging you to take every precaution to protect yourself and your loved ones. Now, the Ministry of Health, as you know, has advised the public to boil or treat drinking water, and Jibu is asking you to exercise, that caution as well. But because of the rigorous multi-state purification processes and the strict qualification standards that we put into ensuring we provide you clean, safe, and refreshing water, you can take your water from Jibu with a lot of confidence. So stay safe, stay hydrated. Jibu purified water has got you covered. Call us on 020-984-5817. Jibu Ghana, a better life. And for those looking for a best of flavor in every sip, we all do, don't we? You will find a refreshing taste in a Piva beverage, whether you pick up the Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, or Piva Tangy. We are promising you a refreshing taste that you will love. So Piva Beverages is at a local store near you. Call us on 0550-032-231.
We'll take a short break. We have some great news for you shortly, because the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator Program is happening big time. Impact Food Hub's flagship 3-day capacity building and initiative designed to empower aspiring and existing agripreneurs with the knowledge, practical skills, and industry to connections needed to build and scale successful agribusinesses. So if you want to build your own agribusiness, this 3-day training is happening with Impact Food Hub and Absa Bank supporting. Yeah, so watch out for that. I'll be talking to maybe Soreku Asari and Nana Esilfua Tamaklo of Absa Bank about this shortly. But Life Source International School is an all-girls STEM school. It's an entrepreneurship boarding school where we raise leaders and industry creators. We accept girls from Cambridge, JHS 1 through A levels, offering a safe learning environment, affordable tuition, and scholarship opportunities for 25-26, I should say. We focus on STEM and entrepreneurial career pathways integrated with the 7 habits of a leader, enabling our girls develop confidence, discipline, and critical thinking skills. Call us on 053-736-6374. We're at Apam Junction, Central Region, or go to lifesourceghana.org for more information. Enroll at LifeSource International today. This is the City Breakfast Show. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Oh, not in a traffic is 1.2, sir.
Driver, police phone insurance.
Hey, my insurance will do 1.2.
They just arrested someone whose insurance expired last month. Now, dear, last 2 years, you're still going.
Hey, where will I pass? Let me pack and now come and wait. Oh, Asa, you dey hide. Just walk into the store and get the new Hollard Insure Pack.
Don't be caught wanting. Hollard Insure Pack is now available at select Malcolm stores and Shell shops nationwide. Just pick one app and the shop attendant will give you the instruction manual. Follow the instructions to complete the process. Araba Hollard will instantly send your policy document and insurance sticker straight to your WhatsApp. For more details and inquiries, call 020-546-3696 or 056-111-2777.
Bruh, what's up? Driver, where's your insurance?
Hollard Insure Pack, boss. Bought it at the Malcolm store right there. Instant.
Hey. Why lucky for Hollard Insurance Inti?
Hollard Insure Pack. Ain't too easy.
There comes a time in every young guy's life when something changes. The girls in your class, they're not as loud as you thought, and not as annoying either. Wow, their voices sound different now, almost nice, and somehow you actually enjoy spending time with them. You don't know when it happened, you don't know how, but suddenly you're always looking for an excuse to spend time with them. Luckily, some things make it easier.
Kwaku, can I have some of your Manchi chocolate chips cookies?
Hey, you! Start the moments that matter with Manchi chocolate chip cookies and experience the unmistakable crunch of chocolatey joy.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, who dey brass? We dey brass them. Hey, who dey brass? We dey brass them. Hey, who dey brass? We dey brass them. Brass your teeth. Brass your teeth every day and night. After eating before bed, brass the gems away. So sugar jam, go brass them. Fufu jam, go brass them. Rice jam, go brass them. We go.
When it comes to your teeth, Fano World Cup. Brush them twice daily with Pepsodent, now in limited edition packs. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
City 97.3. Accra.
Time check in the studio, 9:25. All right, so we're speaking about problems, but there are also some solutions, right? So you're listening and you want to start your own agribusiness. You feel like you need the expert-led training, or you need a mentor, or you need a network. You feel like you don't know enough people in the sector. Or you have a farm, right? And you want to do food processing. You don't know where to start from. Or you want to do value addition to share or groundnut or share or whatever. Or you don't understand this whole quality assurance thing, standards authority, FDA, you want to export. Or for you, the thing is branding. You have a product, but you don't know what to put on it. When you look at your design, it doesn't look that good. Or you don't have the money. Meanwhile, you have the idea. Or you have the money and the idea, but nobody wants to stock your goods. All right, so we have a very important platform that's been developed to answer not only these, but a lot more questions. Dr. Mavis Orekwasari is the convener, is what we call it, of the Impact Food Hub. And they are organizing the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator 2.0. Mavis, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bernard.
And she's here with Nana Isilfwa Tamaklo, who is the Director for Marketing and Corporate Affairs of our own Absa Bank. Isilfwa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bernard.
Amazing stuff. So I don't know if I've described the issue well in terms of the things people face and why the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator program is important. But before I get there, let me ask a very general question to you, Mavis. What inspired the creation of the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator program? What problem are you trying to solve?
Thank you very much, Bernard, and good morning to our listeners.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's calling you. It happens.
Yeah. Well, we know that SMEs in the agribusiness space face a lot of challenges, isn't it? Like you rightly put it. I mean, from product idea to food innovation, quality assurance, market access, branding, packaging, numerous.
Financing.
I mean, we have the finance people here. They will tell you the number of applications they receive, and even trying to get them to appreciate what they need to have in place to even access those fundings. It's a challenge. And so we wanted to have a program that will cater to those needs. An intensive structured program that will give them the technical exposure to be able to better manage some of these challenges that come their way. We also wanted to create a platform that will help them network, get guidance on finance, access to finances, exploring markets, expanding their businesses. So a lot of requests that were coming in. We said, you know what, let's put all of this together and have a program that would cater to them.
But who is this program designed for? And what can participants expect to gain from taking part in this year's edition?
Okay, we're talking budding companies, new companies, existing businesses. So as you can see from the title of the program, it's a launch pad for new budding companies and an accelerator for existing companies.
Wonderful.
So for budding companies, it will help you. You're looking at enforcing a foundation for your business. You want to get expert advice. You want to interact with like-minded people who are in that space. This is the program for you. And for the existing ones, maybe you want to explore new markets.
Okay.
You want to step up your quality assurance game, in your firm. You want to access funding.
Okay.
So really, it's for businesses in the agribusiness value chain. We are talking about from farming right through food processing, that is value addition, all the way through packaging, those in the packaging industry, logistics, everything in the value chain. This is a program that will benefit you immensely.
And you say it's both a launch pad and an accelerator.
Yes.
What's the difference between the two?
So a launch pad, you want to launch. I mean, it's for when I say a launch pad, you're beginning, you're now starting, or you just have an idea. You don't know how to go about it. This is the program that will help you put your ideas, together and better prepare you for the journey. And then the accelerator, you're already in the business, but you want some expertise, or you want to boost your technical expertise in the area that you find yourself in, or you want something new. You want to try something, a different model for your business. This helps you to accelerate whatever you already have on the ground, and to help you network and get access to the kind of funding, or become investment ready, maybe to take you to that next level.
Okay. So why is ABSA supporting this agribusiness launchpad and accelerator program?
Yeah, thank you, Bernard. And as Mavis has already alluded, we all know that the agri sector is one of the most critical sectors of the economy. And for us as a business, we can only thrive when society itself is thriving. And the agribusiness, obviously, once it's thriving, has opportunity to create employment and also drive the economic growth of the country. And when you look at what we say about our purpose, is empowering Africa's tomorrow, one story at a time. So by partnering with the Impact Food Hub, we believe we can contribute immensely, towards unlocking the sector's full capacity or potential, so that we can also be part of the transformation of this sector. And at ABSA, we don't only come in with the support of financial solution. We are very much interested in being part of the knowledge transfer, the access to insights, and then also having the ABSA, we have an agri-desk, a specialist, be able to support you, appreciate how to access finance the right way. So it's a very exciting program for us. This is the first time we are coming on board to support the Impact Food Hub. And it's very critical for
and
us
it looks like
to be in that space.
you are hosting itself.
Can you imagine
You
in
are-
a
in your
ABSA place?
ultra-modern-
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, how does this tie into your commitment to Ghana's development generally? Because you do many things.
Yes.
So why is SME and agric and value addition so critical to you? And how do you see that in your overall work?
A lot. Agri, I think, constitutes about 20% of our GDP. So this is an area that we have been involved in at ABSA for a very long time. It is not new. You also know about a partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, where we are lending to the agri-business at 10%. So for us, seeing a sector like this thrive is very critical for us. And normally we come in not just with the insights and the networking, the access to finance that we've spoken about. What we do is we know the seasonality of agriculture, and we also know it's a high risk area. And therefore we come in with the taking you through the full spectrum of what you need. Is it working capital support you need? Is it asset finance you need for tractors, vehicles, your equipment? Is it commercial property financing that you need? We have solutions. We have agri loans. But the thing is, it's important for us to stay close to such SME clients who are in the agri business or the agri value chain, so we understand your business, and then we can provide the right solution for you. As I said, if society thrives, a bank like ours will thrive. And this is a very, very, very critical sector of the economy. And we are very happy to ensure that our commitment helps it to thrive.
What value are you bringing to participants? And talk a bit about some solutions you are offering for agribusinesses.
Yes, the value is the fact that we are partnering with the Food Hub for the very first time. And also we have specialists who will be part of the panel discussion to help them appreciate how to access financing, through ABSA. We have insights, we have access to networks, and these are all very seasoned discussants who are coming on board, and we are going to be part of it. And through that, we'll also be able to share with you the kinds of products that ABSA has that can enable you we just want the agripreneur to be what we call investment ready and growth ready. But how do you do this? You need financing for you to be investment ready, but it's the preparation and it's the kind of insights and also our ability to share these details with you that will help you to become access ready. So for us, it cuts through the chain of the planting, the processing, the harvesting, the transportation, and even those in exports. We are in the entire value chain. So this is the value that we're bringing to this year. And we are very, very excited that we are also the host for the program this year.
Maybe tell me how this program will be like. Is it speeches? Is it exams? I mean, how is it going? Just walk us through how it's going to be like and what participants will gain from taking part.
So it's a 3-day, I must say, intensive capacity building program. So we're going to have topics that we're going to treat that are focused on smart and sustainable farming, food product development and value addition, regulatory certification and compliance.
Correct.
We'll be treating digital marketing and brand positioning, food safety and quality management system. So your SOPs, HACCP, and all of that. But it's going to be very practical. Let me put it hands-on.
It's not theoretical.
It's not theoretical at all. We are really breaking it down. You'll be doing some exercises. We'll be we'll be having pitching and coaching sessions.
Wow.
And participants are even allowed to bring their products. So whatever ideas that you're working on, you bring it. One of the days
will help you.
Exactly. Yeah. You do some pitching to the participants and to the facilitators. And then we have an agripreneur forum. That's my favorite. It's a time where we have entrepreneurs and then a rep from APSA. They'll be coming to talk to us about, the product. We'll have agripreneurs who have already done it. They're already in that business. We have Gold Coast, that's Sankofa Spices.
Wow.
They'll talk to us about how they made, they've made it.
Wow.
And so we can ask all the questions that we have, And then we have the Honorable Minister, Honorable John Dumelo also being part of the program.
Wow.
Honorable Zanetta Rawlins.
Wow.
Honestly, it is. In fact, last year, it is a fulfilling. It's a lot.
Wow.
But then we're having it on the 5th. All the way through to the 7th of August. Yes. 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. Full day.
2 weeks. Today is what? 20th.
Today is the 20th.
So in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks.
Who are your partners? APSA is your main partner.
APSA is our main partner, and we are so grateful for that. We also have some partners and sponsors, Kasma Foods, Yogi Yogurt, Impuntu Technologies, Gold Coast Foods, Herbs and Spices, Next Computers, Handy Farms, Curate MKTG, Huisoy, and of course, Channel 1 TV and Citi FM.
Correct, for 3 points.
Who have always supported us with everything that we've done. And so we are super grateful.
So what impact do you hope this program will have on participants? What are some outcomes you hope to see?
Bernard, thank you. We want to see more agribusinesses become what I call competitive, scalable, and then financially sustainable. I think this is an area you are
competitive,
scalable, and financially sustainable. So at this program, as you've heard Dr. Mavis talk about, there'll be provision of training, mentorship, the exposure to modern agricultural practices, and then also the opportunity that you're connecting with us at APSA, where we can walk you through the different kinds of financial solutions that we have for you. We do believe, in all honesty, that agric is more than just a business. It affects livelihoods, communities, and therefore we hope we will ourselves as APSA and even our participants walk away, having enriched their knowledge, so that their businesses will become sustainable.
Is it too late to register? Today is 20th July. And maybe I'm sure somebody's like, look, I want to be part of this. Do they need to call? Is it too late? Do they have to be looked for, or they can find you?
They can find us. We're very present on the internet. We have a portal that we've dedicated for registration. They can also call 025-689-9305. 025-689-9305, or go to our portal via the link www.impactfoodhub.impuntu.com. So Impact
Food Hub.
IMPACTFOOD.NPONTU.com.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have a short code, which is *899*112#.
All right. You need to repeat the phone number, I think. 02568999305. Okay. And then Impact Food Hub.
.impuntu.com. And then the code *899*112#. But then there's also another dimension to this, because of our there are people in the diaspora who want to be part of it. So we do have we'll be having a virtual yes, for them to be able to join the session.
But
then
bad.
just reserve 3 days, because you need to be present. We don't want people joining and then
so it's the whole day.
It's 3 days.
9 to
8:30 to 9 to 4:30 every day. Wednesday,
You are not
Thursday,
joking.
Friday.
8:30 to 4:30.
Yes, and by the time you are done with the program, you would know that
This one
you
is called
have really-
immersive.
Immersive. That's what it is.
Will you give us
Yes. Everything is being
We just want to-
provided for.
We will have a tour of the ABSA
ABSA,
facility.
please.
I want a tour of the ABSA facility.
Yes, of their new facility,
Yeah,
right?
big,
It
okay.
is beautiful.
You know, we are more than happy
Too much.
to give you
I am the journalist to have done the first interview in that building.
Oh well, you are doing it in the building. We are the
even
first to
before-
host.
No.
Even before
In their
we
conference
I'm in
room.
the book of records. They haven't put it there.
Oh really?
The first journalist to conduct an interview in that building was me.
Okay.
Full one.
Well, this Launchpad and Accelerator program will be the first capacity building program to be hosted in their beautiful auditorium and in their
Yeah.
beautiful office complex.
No, you should pay a visit to ABSA.
Yes.
So ABSA, what else do you have for us? Since you've been giving us things, you were here with us for the business festival, which ended end of June, and now you are supporting this as well. You seem to support a lot of good causes.
Yes.
What else are you doing for us?
We have many other programs that are coming up.
Okay.
Apart from even supporting the Impact Food Hub, already went to SME clinics as well, which
you keep doing.
exactly
Okay.
into what Dr. Mavis was
Okay.
talking about, just to build the capacity and skills of our SMEs so that they can have easy access to financing. Also to let you know, we have some other programs that are coming up.
Tell me about
next
them.
month.
Or you come and tell me later.
Automobile, yes.
Oh yeah.
We have some very exciting
Yes. We are partnering to
coming
do
up,
some
and
things.
then just also let you know that we are going to commission formally our
New office.
we call it ABSA Place.
This my friend
Place.
say,
What is it?
I have a pastor friend. When you say we are commissioning, you say Maduha. he will release some tongues. You are launching the new place.
Yes. So
when is this?
Sometime in September, we are going to formally, hopefully, commission it. But as a bank, we continue to support,
No, you do all.
businesses across
No,
the
absolutely. You do everything. Your MD is a big man, and the silver is there for us. It's just Charlie supporting with the people on the ground, making sure everything goes well. So maybe it's silver when you're so you.
Thank you.
Any last words, Mavis? Any last words from
Yes,
you?
we're excited to be partnering with ABSA Bank. As we all know, they are very big when it comes to empowering agripreneurs. Something that quite a number of financial institutions shy away from, because of the high risk. So we're super grateful to them for this partnership. But also to say that the seats are limited, so you need to early. There's the early bird registration where you get a 10% discount. To be honest with you, the package, because of how intensive it is, the investment is quite huge, and ABSA has come on board to help, to reduce it. So it's just a small fee that you pay. Take advantage of the early bird discount, which ends on Friday, and then
you bring a certificate.
Yes, you will get a certificate.
Some Ghanaians will like a
issued by-
certificate.
yes,
it's important.
Sign, I want a
It's
signature.
very
on it.
important.
WhatsApp, please sign.
Oh yes, they
So
will
when I want the
sign.
loan, I'll say this is
This is my
collateral, this is my certificate. Let the loan flow.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I mean, it's an enriching
Very
experience. They'll get training manuals.
Correct.
With all the notes and things that they would be treating
All
for
right.
reference and all of that. So
The number is
sign up.
025-689-9305. That's the number to call or WhatsApp. Is essentially just get it at 025-689-9305. And then you get in touch with Mavis and the team. Thank you. It's the Agribusiness Launchpad and Accelerator Program 2.0, Impact Food Hub's flagship 3-day capacity building initiative designed to empower aspiring and existing agripreneurs with the knowledge, practical skills, and industry connections to build and scale successful agribusinesses. There will be expert-led training, mentorship, networking, and practical sessions on food processing, value addition. She brought us some food they have processed. What's it called? Yogurt.
Yogi yogurt.
Yogi yogurt. The children like it for snack. Value addition, quality assurance, branding, financing, market access, You gain tools, a certificate, and it's happening at Upstairs New Head Office. Beautiful place. 5th, 6th, and 7th August. Register now before it's too late. There's both in-person and virtual sessions. And Citi FM Channel 1 is proud to be a media partner for this great initiative. We've been speaking to Dr. Mavis Orekwasari, who's a convener of Impact Food Hub, and Nana Esilfua Tamakulu, Director, Marketing and Corporate Affairs.
Madoha.
When I grow up, I want to be like you. Wear red. Come on, hey, Charlie.
She's looking so beautiful.
Hey, Charlie. I'm aspiring to do that. Just be one thing. Hey, just if I know.
You're staring about
why she doesn't come. You see her.
She comes on there once a year. Okay, and today we have it. You come here by heart. No, see why you are too much. You are too much. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll play you a song. So I'm looking for a song to rally Ghanaians around nation building. That's what I'm looking for. So please, you can say, I'm not saying create it. Tell me, give me one. So my producer is giving me one. We are playing Ifrimamu Asemyi Dika. But I want more songs because Ghana, I realize that the problem, we need mindset shift. A song to rally Ghanaians to distill the gutters, to do their work well, in every area. Yes. Because the national agenda, it makes some way. So please drop Ifrimamu. Let's move.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
HR is evolving. Are you ready? Join industry leaders
HR professionals, and business executives at HR Connect Conference 2026 for powerful conversations on transforming HR into a true driver of business growth and competitive advantage in Africa. The theme: from certification to competence, why elevating HR is critical for business growth and competitive advantage in Africa. The date, 30th and 31st of July 2026 at the Labadi Beach Hotel at 9 a.m. daily. Tickets are going for 2,000 Ghana cedis only. HR Connect Conference 2026. Connect, learn, lead, and transform.
So what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Ujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Yes. Yeah, we are still looking for the song. We will find one. Let's talk about Bill's microfinance.
Yes, because Bills knows of that silence when your rent is due and you cannot pick up, the shop is empty, you're pretending it's fine, your salary is run out. In 2 weeks, you have another week to go, your goods are stuck at the port, clearing agents keep calling. When your business idea is ready but the cash isn't, that silence is money. And Bills breaks that silence for you, whether you need working capital, salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding. Your Ghana card is all you need. So call Bills Microcredit today, 0596 920 833. Break the silence, Bills got you.
Well, we've been talking about the World Cup and the success of Spain and what we can learn from that. We've also been speaking to friends from the Agri Hub who are organizing a big training. It's called the Agribusiness Launchpad, the Impact Food Hub. Well, here's one complaint to Caleb. You sent it earlier. Somebody says they are Dakuman Junction. And what happens there? Apparently, it says, good morning, Caleb. There's a problem at Dakuman Junction. And I think it has to do with water. I don't know if you saw that message. Was it sent to you?
Yes, it was sent to me. I think it's relating their roads and related matters.
Let me read it. There's a problem at Dakuman Junction that has persisted for years and no one in authorities seems to be able to solve it. Water constantly flowing from a source I'm not sure of all the way to Dansoman Junction. The water smells so bad now and has destroyed the road. I'm not sure which district it falls in, but it's a very bad situation on the main road. We'll be grateful if the authorities are pressured to have it fixed. It's an eyesore.
Everybody feel the heat, even the king they feel the heat. So we are the pray for change. We say fix the country. They say fix yourself. Fix the country. We say fix yourself. Hey, tell me who be the country? We be the country. You be the country. Fix yourself. We say fix the country. They say fix yourself. Fix the country. We say fix yourself. Hey, tell me who be the country? We be the country. You be the country. Fix yourself.
Oh, this song did a lot of things.
I tell you.
Especially the whole Fix the Country movement.
Yeah.
Fix the Country movement. It was on social media. It led to many things. I think the agenda is still on to make Ghana work again. Thanks for listening. My name is Bernard Avle. I did it with Caleb Kuda, Richard Sky, and Kakra Forsen.
Fix the country. We say fix yourself.